I guess let me
That
go
never
check the
happens.
stream.
No. It's like, yeah, that's weird. Why would that happen?
Bro, that literally never happens.
We
Kid. Right.
click that link.
Okay, the stream appears to be good.
Click
Here,
that
click
link.
click that link so I can delete it.
The Swiss slider is always first.
I mean, I've beat you once or twice, but I guess you weren't a Swiss slider, so you're actually 100% correct right now.
Hell yeah.
Man. Oh, well, whatever. I don't care.
I'll take what I can get.
That's the spirit.
Mm,
Oh shit, they for once learned I want my settings. I don't need to go and make everyone lose their image.
Oh, what the hell? I always keep the images on. This is bullshit.
Oh.
Video display. Not names only. Small. There we go.
Oh man, isn't this always the thing when you restore games that man, this has just been sitting around for years. Oh here, I even have the old blurb here. Session 1, as a new universe is unfurled and life begins to take shape, a mighty being of unfathomable power sows the seeds of divinity. Deities are born, the primal force of the universe. The minds of the creatures inhabiting this planet and even the godhood. The new gods must find their place in the world, currying favor with their followers, displaying their immense power and portraying the ideals of their beliefs, lest they find themselves unneeded amongst the mortals. And then I go to the tab with this, and it's like fucking 4 pop-ups. Want to try out our new integrated voice and video? Fuck out, Roll20.
The gods are trying to talk with you. What do you mean?
Or I fucking disable that.
You disable the talk with the gods, who will speak with us now.
I guess I can close out a clear deletion.
Graphics, audio and video, I mean. Little box is small.
There you go.
Realize I fucking brought a spoon up to eat steak with on the.
It could work.
I mean, yeah, there's
It
ways.
won't. It won't.
Oh, I don't even need to cut this fucking steak. I can just use melt off the bone.
Good job.
I never did that, and now it's something I can't really do. Because if I bite a bone one too many times, it's $600 down the drain.
No, Pedro. No, you don't bite the bone. You bite the meat off the bone. You don't need to bite the bone for that.
Why not?
You usually do end up like, quote unquote, chewing to remove the meat. I guess depends where the bone is and where the meat is, but you know.
Why don't you just like pull it off?
Yeah, so the thing is, if you're doing like that, you can hold from the bone and then eat the meat. Just the meat, not put the bone inside of your fucking mouth.
I don't do that overall, it's just that now it's not recommended to me.
I'm fucking scared to think of how fucking Pedro eats corn on the cob.
I never ate that.
I mean, it's not a thing we eat, really.
Yeah. That's something I've only seen on American television.
I mean, you say that, but it is something you should just get at KFC.
Man's gonna be eating this corn on the cob like a fucking banana.
Probably now, yes, but I've never also gone to KFC since I'm not the biggest chicken fan.
Huh.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, Pedro's weird with food. Way weirder than me, at least.
I believe it.
Yeah.
This.
I've been trying to get better. I actually started eating vegetables on a food that I eat without vegetables for 20 years.
Don't brag about that.
I'm not bragging.
That sounds
sort of what it
like
I
sounds
just
like.
call it progress.
yeah, it's
The way
Fair
he
enough.
says it, it makes me think he's just moved from eating cheese pizza to mushroom pizza.
Yeah, no, I don't
No,
like
he doesn't
mushrooms.
like mushrooms. Yeah, that's.
That's one that I've tasted multiple times. Yeah, I don't like them.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with mushrooms on pizza.
Oh, there we go. There's the ban button. I had to scroll down for it.
Ban button.
I know. I was looking at it. It's like, why can't I only time him out? No, he needs to be destroyed.
Who are you banning?
Me?
Because he doesn't eat mushrooms on pizza. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Keep up.
fine. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's his preference. Like,
I found where the ban button is. You guys can.
Hey,
Alright.
on the bright side, I don't
I don't
do
have
pineapple.
anything to fear for making a
let me.
objectively right choice by
By the
following my
way-
opinion.
Yeah, let me get this, David. You're gonna ban the only person who checks your streams.
Yeah.
huh.
Put them over there now. Hey, welcome back.
So, move myself. You hold no real power.
I mean, he does, but it would be pretty mean if he did the other thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ban you. Anyways, I mean, just in the Sunday game chat, I was talking about people DMing me and trying to join the Sunday game, which that never seems to fucking work because everyone that DMs me is either asking like a retarded take, like, "Hey, can I have sex in the game?" Like, well, fade to black. No, I want just to simulate me raping somebody. You can go play someone else's game, or just other shit takes. Where it's just like you DMing me makes me think you're hiding your shit takes from the public. Was getting my attention, but I was just having the discussion where lots of people, I get a lot of direct messages, like not to, and I ended it with like fuck, like because I was talking about the streams, a lot of people private message me talking in chat. Like honestly, I miss more private messages than I do than in the chat,
I mean, yeah.
But I was saying like, I mean, even I have Discord friends that will choose to DM me rather than talk, and I don't mean just us throwing memes at each other, Joe. I mean like Steven will occasionally ask questions where he's just like, so here's my schedule. You should share that with everybody because that's it's the game. Or he'll go, what do you think if I did this change of the build? Do you think they would be okay with it? You could ask them. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I normally only message you directly about character stuff if I want either your specific opinion or if I want to ask you something that shouldn't be announced because I either want to keep it a surprise or something else.
Yeah, and I get that. Like the like just to say, you're talking about your investigator for Harlan that would talk about certain things. Like I get why you'd want to hide that, and like I said, if it was for like an overarching game of Harlan, I'd be down with it because you're committing to the character idea as opposed to playing it for like 2 sessions just for people to do something. And it just seems more smart alecky to me if you play something short term with that kind of concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know more than you.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
I
different
mean-
if he had a full game where he could feel validated about being right about that thing, and then he has to constantly make new shit takes and try and prove them right.
Yeah, the idea is that I would be in a fucking corner with a cork board, like drinking coffee at every opportunity possible.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah.
I got boxes full of Pepe.
Essentially. No, but yeah, I asked David. He said no. I'm fine. I'll leave it for later.
Like I said,
It just-
I'm fine with it if we played Harlan long term because you'd be. It's like when someone goes, like we're playing a level 3 campaign, and someone goes, "I'd like to make a sleep hack switch until they hit level 6," in which they go, "I'd like to die so I can make a gunslinger until they hit level 9," and they go, "I'd like to die so I can do the newest broken build at this level I know." That's my problem with it.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I just remembering that the reason why I also was going, because I wasn't going investigator. I was thinking of maybe getting one level dip in investigator, but I was going inquisitor because what I really wanted is to be a living grimoire inquisitor so I can beat the shit out of someone with a book.
Honorable decision.
Yeah. This is my law book that I get to.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's start, young gods. You guys
Oh,
have roughly a 120 sight dark vision around you, like not dark vision, all around vision, blind sight, we'll call it. There are other beings present with you. They don't really register as anything in the sense that you or I, as players, would fathom, but you are aware there's other people here. May communicate. These are you people.
what do you mean?
I mean black people. Yeah, go on.
Dark matter people. Yes, dude. Yes, very, very good. Yeah, you can do this.
That's right. Dark lives matter.
Boy. Let's restart the stream.
The goal is to see if YouTube will ban us for. I mean, honestly, if YouTube calls me out on that, they're like, "You said Dark Lives Matter," like it's a fucking joke. I'm like, well, it is. It's not.
How do you
Black
know it
Lives
was a
Matter.
joke?
First off, if you ever call a black person a dark live, I think there's something fucking wrong with you.
I mean, there's a lot of ways. I mean, David, there's clearly something wrong with this. There's no denying that part, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, sure. I understand if people are going. They're making fun of this thing by allegation, but to actually say that they're serious about it, they're retarded.
Same thing that happened with
yes.
Reset.
Yeah,
No,
no, I
just
agree.
to-
That guy is retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
for
the
you
same
too.
thing you saying there's definitely something wrong with you. I was just thinking, it's like, it's not like we're much better on the retarded scale. But yeah, I
I was
mean,
going to say, formless masses. You hear one formless mass talking about a retarded scale.
I am
yeah.
the god of counting. One, haha.
I would be so annoyed if later on we're having a fucking like medieval setting hits, you make new characters, and you have the vampire god of counting, and someone else is like the barbarian of rage, and it's just a really furry like red thing.
And then fucking some sort of god of the downtrodden. It's a green monster in a trash can.
Yeah, it's the fucking all the winged creatures of the world worship Big Bird.
I was going to say that Big Bird was going to be the sun god. It's me, Big Ra.
Big ol' round body.
Hey, bro.
We begin at the tavern on Sesame Street.
I didn't know they had one.
Legally
that's
distinct
the name
Sesame
of-
Street.
But I mean, that's the name of the world.
Yeah,
Of course.
the world's
name
name
of
is
the world,
Sesame
really?
Seed. Every street is Sesame.
Yeah. The name of the world, legally distinct Sesame Street.
Pretty much.
Too powerful. But yeah, so we can communicate?
Yes, you do not possess language as you and I as players know it, but you understand each other. In game terms, we're going to call this constant tongues telekinetic. Or no, what is it called? Telekinetic? Yeah.
I think telepathy
Telepathy.
is just
Telepathy.
not a language dependent telepathy.
Yeah.
You probably mean telepathy and true speech.
Yeah,
I
true
guess,
speech.
yeah.
It's true speech because it's fucking a god speech. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You're thinking at each other, and you get you're vibing. You're a bunch of formless masses.
So it's
I mean,
just what, like the four of us, or is there any other is there a number to these beings, or
The four of you, but like I said, you can only see 120 feet away, so there's definitely going to be more things happening.
Hmm.
And we just came into being, correct?
Yes.
And
Oh,
then
yes.
suddenly we were there.
Yeah, I mean, if Pat wants to say he's the god of knowledge, he can start acting like, well, clearly.
Well, that's not possible.
The
Who
fuck
are
is
you
this?
people?
What's a people?
Paranoia.
The Pat's correct
Ah.
answer to you saying what's a people is he should go, well, it's a term I just invented.
It's like your people.
What is
Ah.
this?
I do not know. What are we?
I don't know what a
I?
person is, but dibs on all of them worshiping me.
I want to be god of the people. All of them. And if you want any worshippers, you have to subsidy them from me.
Well, I don't consider my people people.
Well, they probably don't worship you.
I will be god of plants.
No.
What is a plant?
Something
It's
you
the
just
thing
made
that's
up.
gonna make me win.
What is winning?
All right, chill out there, Brassica.
What I do. What is win? It's what I do.
So dumb.
Oh man, I'm laughing way too much at my own joke.
Something I do every goddamn day.
No, but no, more seriously, the characters like, what? What are we?
I don't know.
Where are we?
Interesting.
Is there a where? It doesn't
I'll
seem
try
like there's
to
much of anything.
move, David.
Whatever
All right.
anything would
Is
be.
there a
Your
thing?
your formless mass moves instantly to the location that you want to move.
Huh.
There was
I
no
am
there was no fart cloud puttering around in space. You just were there.
No, I know. This is gonna be the
It
next
always
part of
was.
the experiment. Oh.
I mean, if it's going to be that level, is it like something along the lines of like, take me to where other things are?
I'm gonna move towards Kieran.
Okay.
I want to be somewhere where people are, or not people, but
Yeah, that thing he
basically
said.
is. Where are any other beings? Are there other beings? What does it mean?
Like, as me approaching Kieran instantaneously.
Well, I was waiting for
Just
him to finish,
delete.
but I was going to ask
Okay.
Kieran, since somebody is trying to just, next to you, you want to stop that?
I don't think he'd stop it, but he'd probably like move, like try and put distance as he notices that or it tries to put distance as something is coming at it.
How much distance are we talking?
It doesn't know the real concept, so it'd probably be like
You have
really
a
awkward for a person.
You
So
have a distance of 120 feet. Like you could say, as far as I can see, beyond that, halfway,
yeah,
whatever.
pretty much as far as I can see, which would be insane for like normal shit, but this
Yeah.
isn't normal clearly.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
that we know what normal
yeah.
is.
I get that you don't have a concept of distance yet, but it's the idea that you do have like an upper limit of how far you see.
Yeah,
So
I have a concept of how I can see. So pretty
Yeah.
much just like, oh, I feel this thing is coming to right where I am. I'm gonna go to where I can see it, but I'm not gonna be there.
all right. So because of some shenanigans, Joe goes and Kieran goes like after him immediately. What's interesting is I'm sure some of you guys probably saw some of them stop existing within your purview because you're not fucking like toddlers, not mentally. You guys are aware that things you saw are no longer there. Like you have object permanence.
I guess.
No, you're still fine, Joe. You teleported next to him, and then he teleported as far as he could go. He's just on the edge of your view.
No, I know. I teleported to him again.
Okay.
I do the same thing.
Are we doing the
Well,
fucking
that's-
flash step shit from Bleach?
I mean, he does. If he does, or like if it happens again, it's just like, what are you doing?
Fucking this is happening right now.
I guess as that is just
It was kind of almost instinctual, like something started running, like.
as that's
It was
happening. I just
instinctual.
wanna.
I am god of shitters.
I don't.
I guess I just want to. I guess similar to speaking in the sense of just the same way we're speaking, but not knowing they're there. Just be like, you're not here.
I mean,
Sure, I'm not.
to you, I mean, I am trying to experience, and it's kind of like trying to, like, this time not as close to you, but like slowly starting to approach. It's like trying to touch.
What the hell does that mean?
No. He doesn't. I was explaining what I was doing, Kieran.
Oh, okay.
He just like goes not this time, not like really in front of you. It's like 5 or 10 feet from you, and then now he's going much slower.
As you try and collide with him, is what I think you're saying, right?
Essentially, I'm not trying to go fast anymore because that hasn't been working out for me.
Right. Kieran, do you accept the fan shipping of you and him? Like, are you going to be moving away as he's like,
I
you
mean,
feel
if he
mass approach?
properly explains what he's trying to do, then no, I guess I won't move.
Okay.
I said experimenting. It's just I don't
Yeah.
know what.
Yeah,
word
lots of
would
people
be
experiment in college. I get it.
I mean, it's more so the point that he gives any explanation, so I'll fucking I'll let it try and do what it wants.
He is formless, but he is not without mass, so to speak. Scientifically, he is without mass, but you're both made out of the same shit, so you can't occupy the same space together. There is not like it's not like knocking two blocks together, but I mean, again, it's godly divine shit that we can't really put into great words. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it's like fucking two gases of the same type trying to fill each other's air. Like technically they would mix, but you guys are immutable to the point that you are yourselves. So it's just fucking. It's like it's. I mean, again, it's some fourth state of matter trying to touch itself. It's like me putting my hand on your face and being like, I can become one with you. Like it's annoying.
Yeah. Huh.
It's at least
Interesting.
it's at least more annoying for Kieran than it is for Joe. I think.
I don't like this.
Understood.
I don't know what
He's
it
like
is, but it
60
feels
feet
wrong.
away. He's like 60 feet away from you now.
Oh, okay. I just looked at. I don't like this. Understood. I press harder.
I twist it, and then I bop it.
Since we can feel generally like we have no concept of shape or size, but we know that we have a shape, like can we make ourselves bigger or smaller in this, spaceless fucking void?
Yeah, okay. You expand. You contract. I'm sure that was like 3 fetishes.
Yeah, It's a creation story. We have to appeal to everyone, David.
Sure.
I guess.
One
While
of you
that,
fuckers
David,
is gonna grow the tail.
Yeah, that's Pedro.
you're missing part of that conversation that's taken already.
Oh, of course.
Pedro already came the skilly kind of
Wouldn't
name,
you
David.
believe it? It's like the fucking J.K. Rowling. He had a tail the entire time. You didn't fucking see it? What the hell? It's so weird. So awkward. Why didn't you
But,
know?
Worst case scenario,
David?
you guys don't become gods of the core races, and you become gods of weird aberrations.
Yeah, I am the
Yeah.
Astromoy god. Or whatever. the fuck.
I'm gonna be really mad.
Because I
We have to play through a game where we call something a human and it's a fucking furry.
These are my humans. It's just dwarves.
You fucking Argonian ass motherfuckers. Yeah, you're trying to say
I'm just
something,
going
Pedro?
to. Yeah, I was going to say I want because I they technically did answer to what I asked, even though I can see them. I guess I want to try and I guess expand my range of quote unquote seeing, as if trying to locate them more precisely.
You can accomplish this by moving around. What they exactly register as is just a kind of energy. I mean, that's why they're formless and without mass technically, because they're just your divine magic. It's like you're not perceptible to most, but to each other, kind of appear. It's like if this was a movie, you'd just be up like looking at a kaleidoscope of colors. I guess fucking Estago as mother.
Are we able to like? I guess I'll speak out and say I'm going to try something, and then just keep moving in one. Like, I guess there's no real direction, but just keep trying to go to see if there are bounds to this
He's
place.
gone.
Just keep moving, I guess.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, of course.
You all have the same stats right now. You do get to customize your gods later, but right now you're just fucking Anthropols to me.
Yeah, I just look at it. Oh, why do you call me that?
What, an Anthropol?
So that's a 969.
Yeah, that was
not,
good, right?
not the greatest roll. All right, you guys see him go in some direction. Kieran, formless blob number 4, I believe you are.
Of course.
Moving in some direction, you eventually find yourself within the perceptibility of a planet. To you, it's just a big sphere of rock and dirt and water and fire.
Someone put all this crap in the way.
Yeah. So you've now found matter. Good job.
Achievement get.
You could say everything you've been bumming around with up until this point doesn't matter.
I guess then he would kind of go back and be like, I found something.
Oh, fuck me. Give me a perception check again.
Oh, no.
That's worse.
No, we're good. All right. Everybody else, give me a perception check.
Okay,
Sure.
man.
Oh, that's high.
Pedro, that is above a 10. Your friend comes back from the other direction he just came from.
So he did a circle, basically?
Sure.
I wouldn't call it that, but yeah.
Or I guess you looped, I guess a better way to say it.
You're
Oh,
back.
yeah, we're looping now.
What
went-
did you
Yes.
find?
You went
I don't know.
there, but you came from there.
I love the idea of the fucking fart cloud color thing just forming a giant hand of point.
Yeah.
It's funny
I
you say that
guess-
because I was at my ends doing the gestures.
Rather than doing any point, like, if he's doing gestures, then I guess what I'm trying to do is, like, not necessarily conjure up an image, but, like, since I know that I can change my shape, I guess I would try and change into, like, a facsimile of what I saw.
Okay.
You became round.
Fucking, what's the god of moons in Pathfinder? Turning yourself into that, I see.
Well, there's a few of them.
All right, we'll just call him Mogo and keep going.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
see. Show us, please.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and go back to the thing that I found.
Oh,
I guess we'll try and follow.
Are you coming? I talk to the fourth cloud.
I guess. I can guess.
Good.
I don't know. If we see more things, we might understand more of
Good.
anything.
All right,
Good.
you guys go to the.
I like good.
Oh shit! Pat's trying to be
now-
the anti-edgelord by making the
Wow.
edgelord good character.
Yeah, pause. I really thought that you were going to go good. Good. Evil.
It's like
I
good.
can't believe-
like good.
I can't believe in Pat's quest to not be
I
labeled an
good.
edgelord. I can't believe in Pat's quest to not be labeled an edgelord.
He's
He's going to make
oversteering.
himself. He's going to make himself Palor, the burning hate.
Fuck off.
He's oversteering, guys.
I am good.
Okay. Is that
I don't know that.
I swear to God, please make your god name something that's not so gonna get like weirdly confused with the alignment system later.
No.
I am good, the god of good. I'm
Yeah.
aligned good.
I am God. I'm good.
I am
god of
God.
evil.
I am God. I am
Good
God.
evil.
Yeah.
I am good
I'm
evil.
first name God, first name good, second name
I am
evil.
neutral good. A god of chaotic evil.
I am lawful chaos. I am true neutral.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are up around the height of the rock. I'll call it because it's gonna just be called the rock until either you guys name it or one of the fucking livings on the planet name it.
I'm gonna touch it.
See, this thing's
All
fucking
right.
I
crazy.
was thinking the same thing.
Some of your fart cloud friends begin descending to try and touch it. Despite how large it is, this seems to be quite a far distance away.
This
Can't
thing's
touch it.
maybe.
I mean, you can keep going down if you want, just in case you were worried I wasn't saying that.
Maybe
No,
it doesn't
I'm
work
sorry.
close. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
liar.
I'll start going like a bit further down, but instead of going full on David, it's just a little part of me going down.
Okay.
By the way, for a second, I just thought about punching it.
That's how you
I
create
would
the
like
moon.
to
You
belly
punch the
flop
piece of...
into it.
Yeah, no, for real, I was either going to create a moon or we would have a fucking kingdom there later that's a crater in your side of your punch.
I mean, to be fair, if you don't let me touch it soon enough, that's
Can
what's gonna
I-
happen.
You already just had
Can
you send a little self of yourself down there.
Instead of approaching it, can I reach out to touch it? I attempt to reach out to touch it instead of moving towards it.
Oh, you're
it-
stretching.
Yeah, it appears to be too far for your stretching, but Joe, the little fart cloud that could, you see your friend disseminate a piece of himself off, and it goes down to the world.
How'd you do that?
How do you do that?
I try and grab it to give it back to him.
Yeah, you
Are you
get
hurt?
Joe. Do you want to try and dodge this, or let's do the first check? The
Are
first
you
check
in
against
pain?
gods.
He's doing. So I am disseminating a little part of myself, and Pat is trying to give it back to me.
Yeah, I'm asking if you want to try and.
I thought you dropped it.
Yeah. I mean, sure, and let's do the first contested check of the
That
game.
You guys have the same stats. You can just roll and see who is higher.
Okay, Pat, it's you and me. It's both of us. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
Give
Pat's
it
like,
back to me, I
oh, I'm
guess.
boned, and then Joe's like, no, Pat, you win.
You dropped this.
I like
Do
the
you
amount
give
of...
it? Do you give it to me?
Yes, I give it back to you.
It
that
falls
you dropped
down.
This.
Is that a new you? Are there two of you
Yeah.
now?
Why?
Yeah.
Can there be two?
Go.
Why does that one fall?
Because I told it to.
Can there be two of me? David, I'm gonna try and make and clone myself, I guess.
How
Yep,
many
sure.
of you can there be? Do you think there's a...
Does it actually work?
Yeah, a little piece of you goes down to the planet.
That's not what he said.
Yeah,
What,
he
you
just
mean
tried to split by mitosis.
I mean,
Yeah.
why
Oh,
would
you mean he
want...
just duplicated himself? Sure, there's two
Yeah, I
of
mean,
you.
like-
It's like
yeah.
that's not what he said.
Sure, there's two of you.
I mean, why are you trying to make a smaller you go? Shouldn't all of you go? And he starts like moving towards the rock.
No, it's now I can still. Now I can still see it, but I can see it from closer.
Yeah, but that's weird.
I feel if I get too close, something bad will happen.
What is?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean
What
by
is
that?
bad?
Like,
It's stopping me from coming too close. As so,
Well, it
I
just-
want to. It's not stopping the little one.
eh.
Joe, you
I'll
can
shoot
give me a
one of my
perception.
clones and tell him to
I
go.
mean, if it really stops me, then that's fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna try.
Man.
I guess rather than like splitting off, I'm just gonna try and move the whole consciousness down to the rock.
I can't believe a piece of me is falling in the first crater of this world.
Yeah, since you have people to relate distance to, everyone that is not a tiny little speck, including since Joe's up there with you too, you do feel that at some point you are no longer gaining distance towards the planet in your big fat ass form. There is something beyond your super divinity powers preventing you from just, annihilating the world.
I guess since he assumes like he was small when he did it, so he's not going to split off, but he's going to try and become smaller to try and
Sure.
get in. Like,
Yeah, you're just copying what you saw because it works, right?
no, he's not making a smaller version. He's just like literally contracting into a smaller size.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That also
You like
doesn't work.
Yeah, and it's just like this doesn't make sense.
I see him get smaller.
Why
I tried to get
does it not
get
make
bigger.
sense?
All right.
The small him could go down further. I'm small, but I can't. Or the small it could go down further.
Maybe it's because it's only a piece.
Well, that doesn't make
I'll
sense.
also send a piece of me to test it out.
Fucking-
I guess
I like the idea that Joe did it correctly and like created a small piece of him, and you just like rip off something, like if someone ripping off their fingernail and throwing it down,
yeah,
like that.
pretty much.
That hurt.
Kind of annoyed with it. It's just like, you know what? Fuck this. Just like takes a little bit and like throws it at the rock.
Do I need to dodge now?
Damn, you're a god for
I mean, I'm not throwing it at you.
you're a god for an hour and you already developed anger issues.
I mean, it's not anger issues. It's just
Alright.
like this doesn't make sense. The thing I did is basically the same. So why is it different?
So since Joe failed his perception, this does continue on a bit, which in the sense that somebody else could get the thing I was going to give Joe for doing it first. I'm going to ask, as players, does anybody want to be the god of your fucking bog standard human people? Because, like I said, if you say yes and then you guide their evolution into cat people, I'm gonna keep calling them humans despite crying about it.
I won't do that to you. I won't make you have to call dragon
You
people.
meows.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's gonna be some shit where like
You meow.
people are gonna be walking around the planet going like, "Oh, watch out, it's the humans," and we're using Venera stat blocks. Like,
These are my humans. They're sentient horses that can fly.
yeah, God, please. No one man could have all this power.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna put my hat in the ring because mostly, I figure what
But consider this,
my
Kieran.
being is.
Consider this. So far, it looks like Pedro's going to be god of humans, and you want that.
I mean, I'm
You
fine
want
with that
dragons to
mostly
be
for the
humans.
point of what the being I'm playing as is doing is like flippantly throwing whatever bit of him down. So I doubt there's going to be anything left.
Are you just spreading yourself thin? Is that what you're doing?
No, he literally is like tossing a bit of him down because he's annoyed that even though he was small, he couldn't get in.
He chucked himself, so he's essentially a meteorite right now.
I see.
He threw a
I'm
small
sure
bit of
if the
himself at
rocket's
the world.
destroyed, we can put it back together.
Yeah.
But by the way, Pat, I don't mean this in a mean way, but I feel because you're just not being that vocal about things, I just feel that you're going to end up like a Hades. Like, you get what's left.
I mean, to be fair, Hades was probably the best god out of all of them.
Yeah,
He was the most like he's basically like the sort of definition of like lawful evil, aside from the fact that he kidnapped a lady.
And even
Like,
then,
that's
if you
like
actually,
the
Why he
one
doesn't kill the
chaotic
lady?
fucking thing, he
if you
did.
look at the story and how it's incomplete, it's actually I kind of ascribe to the Hades version, the video game, because the actual
Yeah.
story is missing like 3 parts. Because it's like, why does the pomegranate seed make her stay down there? And also, there's bits of the story that has her literally go, "I love my husband," but that could also just be because the message of the day and everything, considering the whole him kidnapping her wasn't even him kidnapping her. It was the same as family bridal systems that they did back in Roman times. So Hades didn't even
Yeah.
kidnap her. He just did what was the law back then.
Yeah, this is the thing. According to Greek culture of the time, Hades was a saint.
Which makes sense. I mean, you want your afterlife to be run by a guy that's actually, like, relatable.
Yeah.
Like, you want
I
it,
mean,
like, we
that's
want
the
God
problem,
to
he
be a
wasn't
good
real.
guy.
Yeah, the problem is he wasn't relatable for the time. I'm just
Shit,
thinking about
this man doesn't rape his wife and have fucking child sex slaves?
this man doesn't have an orgy with other men? What is this?
You
I
didn't
can't
turn
relate
into a
with this.
goose and fuck a lady?
This man doesn't rape
Degree.
priestesses and then blame it on the priestesses for being raped in their own temples?
All right. So anyway, I'll try and send a piece of myself down,
Right.
like that one guy who dropped something did.
Because Pedro's the only one that's rolled perception so far. I'm going to assume, so this is the thing. From human, quote unquote, what you're looking at is like Cro-Magnums, but there's like these caveman people on the planet, like formed stupid apes, and they're like praying at a little shrine, and then they start, and they see like a fucking falling star that doesn't even see them. But you, Pedro, and a little star behind them because they're seeing like meteor shower, you see creatures. And because you see these creatures, fortunately, before I force you guys to become animal gods, Pedro, you instinctively take on the form of these creatures. Although you can shift it and everything if you really wanted to grow a tail immediately, you weird fuck. What I'm saying is, you do have the ability to. I mean, I guess the word is like true polymorph right now because you don't have a form.
Shape
You're in the
change.
you just instinctively copy the image of another like creature.
Shape change would probably be more accurate.
Well, I say it like this because it's where we'll be hitting a point where it does become your form as it's noticed by things. If you go,
I see.
it's like it's every trans person's dream to just be fully sentient and then get to decide what they look like.
Honestly, noticing that because I assume I notice I'm doing that, even
You're
if
in the
it's
character
instinctually.
creation.
You are not male or female either, by the way. You are
Yeah.
fucking a Ken doll.
But noticing that I can change like that, I guess I'll then
Please don't
start
say
to
you grow
actually
tail.
test it. No, more test it out.
Does this
So
happen
my
with
final
the
form
version
would not
that's...
be them because I'll just be trying out different things.
Pedro's not going to even fucking see a praying mantis ever. He's going to be the inventor of them as he distorts his human body into a grotesque fashion.
Does this happen to both, like, bits of him? Like the bit that's down there and then the bit that's also up there with us?
Not immediately.
Okay. I guess because I've thrown my thing down and I didn't see anything, it's just along lines like, you think there are other rocks?
I
Or,
mean, we can
I guess
see the
other...
small ones, right?
I guess I wouldn't say rocks. I would say there are
Things.
other bits of these.
Maybe.
Would it be worth trying to look for them?
You should probably find out what this one is first.
I guess.
As I am currently shifting the small form because I assume I technically have the two conscience, correct? It's the small one and the
Yes.
big one.
I
I guess in
should
the beginning I'll
say,
say there's
as soon as eyeballs pop into your smaller version's head, you now have a new form of sight for the smaller version, which sees further than the all-around sight.
there's
Look,
things
there's
on the
things, yeah. Look at
there's things on
point to
there are things
Joe's
on the
formless ass and like,
thing.
look at him, he's falling into the forest.
There's small things on the big round thing.
I guess since I threw the other little bit of me into the earth, like, is that around anything or is it just like a big old hole now?
What did you say you aimed at?
Nothing in specific.
Then you just fell
Like,
somewhere, since especially because you didn't want to see humans.
yeah.
Which, by all means, technically, you guys could just be a pantheon that all humans worship. I mean, also, if you guys are just really shitty gods, the humans might just go on to somebody else too.
Kieran
Sure.
gets to be the god of destruction because he checked himself.
I mean, If it's along those lines, like, I don't see anything like that at all.
See, you
Just
can.
a big old hole.
I can see farther, or small
That's
me
not
can see
fair.
farther differently.
What?
What? I'm jealous. Give me eyes. He just fucking reaches and plucks him out.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I guess because this is telepathy, can I technically share them what I am seeing?
Yes.
Then I would start sharing basically my POV.
Get fucking forced into Ditto transformation, everybody.
What the heck are those things?
I can't. I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't like them.
I change. Changed when I saw them. I
I
can
like that.
change.
By the way, you
Yeah.
guys have changed from like formless, colorful masses of gas to just the same exact like Ken doll.
Except I'm currently shift myself in different ways, testing it out.
Yeah, you have a
if
Ken
I
doll, and then you
change-
have the thing that Sid fucked with in Toy Story.
No, that's the
Okay.
thing. If it was a game, you know the games where you can like have the body parts as a slider.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's currently everything's just currently sliding.
All right, so someone's fucking doing the truffle shuffle without moving. Go on, Joe.
I was going to ask, so we all changed because he shared that?
Yeah, and unless you want to make a will save to resist intrusive thoughts, I just assumed nobody would. But that's fair. You could resist. Always an option right now.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't because I don't have
I
any
mean, yeah,
weapons.
he didn't know he didn't like them until he saw them.
Joe,
Yeah,
little
so-
you lands on the planet with his new, weird, grotesque, 5-limbed feet.
I don't
There's
like
some
those.
these are some really small limbs.
Little me in the crater kind of just like looks up like, what the hell?
Immediately falls down trying to walk.
Little me in the crater is basically on his back, like moving his arms. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Give me a perception check, people on the planet.
That's also
Me
coming
included, or
down.
is this right what I already did?
It's more of a chance to let them see, considering their
Okay.
bad initial checks. Other. First off, I think you see Pat, like, somewhere incredibly near you, as you see this kind of like meteor, and then it slowly turns into a human.
I reject the humans.
I reject
We were
I
forced,
guess the
unfortunately.
humans. Them in like 500 years.
Pat's like, I'm not gonna be evil. Straight up becomes Dio. I reject my humanity, JoJo.
No, that's it. Rejecting humanity is not becoming a dragon because you left. Because I was left in charge of them.
What the?
What?
No, it's just the parallels or what you're speaking is almost nothing. I mean, but yeah, Pat, unfortunately, we are in human shape now. I also don't enjoy it.
I
mean,
try
if-
Can
to
change.
I try
you
to
make
change
it,
away from
yeah,
it.
exactly. Like,
I am currently constantly changing.
All right.
I guess
Since Pat says he's gonna try and not be a human, you guys see Pat, the fucking vapor wave, turn into a human, destroy touchdown site in human form, float back up into gas state. Well, that was AIDS. Welcome back to being a ball, Pat.
Cool. I'll go around the other side.
What does that mean?
The other side of this rock.
Okay, Pat is going to start puttering around the planet. We'll get back to you in 300 years.
Wrong.
He means, I think he means his big self.
Oh, the big self. Okay. Pat was talking about the little thing you just threw down on the planet. It's going to start floating around the world. I'm like, that'll take a while.
I guess
I'm going to draw that back up. Come back to my big vapor gas, and then pop to the other side of the planet.
All right, Pat, I'll get to you in a second.
it's pretty hard to move like this.
You people in
Yeah.
human form, what you see beyond Pat is other meteor fragments that looked like Pat going down to the world in far off locations. Pat, big fart ass cloud Pat. You start puttering around, you start seeing another group of fart clouds.
Ooh.
More. Others
Comfortable. I am me.
crowded.
What is this? I am
Can
heavy.
the big version of us look down on the world, or is it only the small version of us that can look down on it?
What do you mean by look down at the world?
Like, he showed us where the humans are. Would we be able to, like, see that now?
Yeah. If you want to use your divine, so the way you look down at the world is as you try and contemplate how you could see it with your big form. You, I guess, as far as you're aware, since we've now discovered there's already other gods, are the first to cast Scry.
I guess I watch them and see, like, they're moving around. How the fuck are they doing that? Basically trying to learn, like, ambulatory measures.
I'm one of
Because he's
the.
laying on his back in a crater, fucking flailing limbs.
I wanted the Las Vegas orb with the eye, but this is what you're doing, I guess.
Pretty much. I guess, yeah, he's probably watching people, like, walk around, people fucking running around, and just like, what the fuck? And I guess, like, the little him would try and, like, crawl out of the pit he threw himself into.
Okay, the little you makes one step upwards out of the crater you've made.
Oh, what the hell? So the little me, I guess, even though I'm like this and I know that they move like this, I guess I'll try and be like, can the little me move like the big me did, just showing up in places?
Sure, you cast D-Door.
This is much better. So I guess laying on the ground, little me is D-dooring.
I mean, you've already said you walked out of the crater, to which I
Yeah.
assume you've stood up upright and you took one step outwards.
Yeah, he can do that, but it's just like, I mean, I don't even have to stand like this. I'm in a much better position, just like
Okay, so what I'm hearing is, because I'm saying you've already stood up and walked out.
yeah.
But you said you want to lay down, so you walk out. You're like, I wonder, and you just D-door, and you immediately just spread T-pose, fall onto the ground, and be the laziest shit ever. I thought you were gonna like approach the proto humans like fucking M Bison, like a fucking floating around, being like, "To me, it was Tuesday," but you're just gonna like pop up like a fucking sacrifice to them, like fucking hedonism bot.
I guess rather than laying, he's probably like weirdly like sitting cross-legged. So
All right,
like he's
Mr.
sitting on the
Mixalyssa
ground.
pick.
It's just sitting on the ground floor and then D-dooring around. He's like, "What is all of this?" He's like, "Are there things under this?" And I guess he kind of like knocks on the ground, like.
Good enough.
I guess there's things up here. Are there things down here? And he's kind of like knocking against the ground.
Okay,
See
you
if
make
it
a
does
second
anything.
crater.
Oh.
So,
Pat, just to give Pat a moment here, because we did.
Yeah,
Pat,
go
are you
ahead.
doing anything about seeing the other fart clouds? Or do they just, with their non-eyes, just kind of like rotate at you like, what's up, bro?
If you want it.
Yeah! I just like the idea of the other gods, like, oh, another!
Greetings.
These four fart clouds are. You can sense that they are communicating with themselves, but not with you.
Wow.
Very
Dome
Just
long.
like-
They've
All the
invented
fart clouds
rudeness.
reach out like a gas hand and start speaking to the communicate ring.
Yeah, they're all just saying a flying monkey.
They've invented rudeness. Got it.
I do like the idea of you just being like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we had the gods of fucking ass hattery around. Like,
I don't like this feeling. Why aren't you talking to me?
the pantheon of
Pretty much.
uncouthness.
I can sense that you're communicating with each other. I think you forgot to include me. Nope, you're still doing it.
I pop away from them.
All right. Like back towards your first group, or just somewhere else?
No, just somewhere else.
All right. Butter on, fucking Jiffy Lube. All right, Joe.
I just love to imagine, like, as I see Kieran doing the thing and I'm still crawling, I'm like, oh. And then I, like, teleport up and fall down again. It's like, oh. I'm going to pick up a big stick and hold myself up.
All right. You rip out one of the sticks from the ground.
Yeah. Basically using it like a cane.
Hmm.
If
How
something
big are
is
we
in
in
my
comparison to those sticks?
Oh, they're about half your size.
Yeah.
Oh.
If something's in my way, I'll kind of just hit it with the stick.
Do you think we're here to do something?
You thinking that at me?
That's what the big me is saying to you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It seems there's more.
Oh, I
Hmm.
guess.
Let's just try.
Do you want to see if there's
There,
anything with like
I
the
was gonna say, is there
inside
a
of this place?
direction you're going somewhere? At least in
Uh,
relation to the humans that you've been informed about?
not, I'm not really going that direction. I'm probably just exploring other parts. It's like, do you know, David, the like in the jungle, like someone cutting like vines?
Yeah,
I'm kind of doing the same thing, but it's like with this tree trunk, it's just like doing that to other trees, and when it breaks, I just grab a new one and keep going.
fair enough. Grow random antlers and tails and shit as you disrupt wildlife.
I am morphin. It's morphin time.
Hopefully, you assume some sort of more permanent shape at your leisure. I say in the way to say that just like Pat turned back into a gas, you can try and concentrate on a shape. But
I'll
this
see
is
more
this is where
details
Joe is like
later.
frantically looking up art online. Oh, what's the coolest looking thing?
I've been doing that for a while.
Yeah,
I haven't yet. I'm just exploring for now.
fucking Kieran,
I'll
what are you trying to do? Find bedrock? Fuck, man.
Yeah, he's just like, there are things up here. There might be things down there. I want to see them.
You find hairless paler human. No,
Yeah, I can't
I
believe
get.
Kieran's gonna be god of caves.
He's at least god of chasms because he's going straight down.
Yeah. It's that shit from Adventure Time where they have the death block.
The what? Sorry,
Off.
Adventure Time.
Oh, regular show.
Regular show, yeah. Something stab is like what? Oh, whiplash. Yeah, this is what's happening with Kieran. Stupid.
I guess if I don't see anything for a while, I mean,
It's a
what
while
it
you
would end
do.
up like after. Well, how deep is like? So those sticks are about half my height. When I knock, about like, do I fit inside of the thing I create when I knock?
Oh,
Then I guess I would knock enough times so that two me's could be in there, like standing on top of each other, I guess.
I gotta do math real fast. How deep is that in the planet?
Kieran's about to blow the planet up. Either that or creating earthquakes, who knows?
That's not that crazy, actually. For comparison, just so you have an idea, you end up making it look about like that when you're done.
Oh, hey, a sinkhole.
Yeah, okay. I guess when he's down there, he's not gonna knock on the walls, but he's gonna kind of like push on them, like not push them, but like dig into one and then like try and not fill his in, but see if he can kind of like use his fingers as like a shovel, I guess. Like start moving shit around, seeing how it works.
I don't think that works, but I say it like that because by all means, if you wanted to see like a fucking little like pink worm comes out and you're like, your form is mine, I guess you can get Burrow that way.
Well, no, he's not. I'm not trying to burrow. He's trying to see like what is like. Does this world fill itself in? Is it hurt? Is it healing? Like, is there things that are hurting? Like,
No, it does
is
not. It
this
does not correct the
hole?
hole you made. No.
Yeah. I guess he would go to the top of the hole and start like, because is what I hit, is it just like gone? Like it's now just a hole, like it didn't displace stuff, it just got rid of it?
I mean, you have taste buds now, so I mean, the air certainly tastes shittier. But other than that, as far as you can tell, yeah, you just
I guess he'd try and think of like putting something in there to just refill it, like put back what was there, like
your fucking total mana control. You fucking cast create or
job well done.
generate fucking ground that just fills the hole. I guess we're now in a fucking a living cat, like CAT.
Yeah. I guess it just shows up when I did that. It didn't like have
You wanted it to show up, but beyond that, yeah, you didn't do
Yeah.
any. You didn't cast anything like somatically or thought.
Yeah. I guess along that lines, I guess he was like, if I can make it, then can I move it? And he's gonna like try and like
Yeah,
are there any raised bits?
Casually casting 10th level magic.
Yeah, go
he's
ahead.
just
You cast mover. What are you trying to do with it?
I guess he's not trying to do anything, he's more so just explaining like I can move things. So he probably finds like a hill and starts like it looks like weird fluid water bits where it just kind of shifts the hill over to the side and all the shit that's on it like doesn't move with it, it moves into what is now a flat space. So like if there were trees on it, they basically lower down.
I'm
Sort
gonna
of like a
give.
waterbed.
I'm gonna let other people talk for a bit, Karen, but I
Yeah.
do want them to keep in mind that you're doing some fucking awful shit to the planet.
I mean, he's not moving a lot.
How so?
I mean, we have Joe deforesting things, and then we got fucking Mr. Hill over here turning it into a plains.
Just
Hey,
what's
we
in
can
my
fix
way.
everything.
He's not turning it into a plains. He's moving a hill from one spot, like, fluidly.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, as soon as the humans see this shit,
That's literally what Move Earth does.
Yeah.
I know it's still just gonna be like they're gonna see these giants and they're gonna be like, "Oh, pray." Which, to be fair, if you saw something like 8 times your height doing this shit, you probably should pray. It's the only safe option.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
just
I probably-
sitting there, fucking with the ground.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I've murdered things already.
Yeah, no, that's some of the stuff
yeah.
you turn into. You've been killing.
I would like to find a mountain.
Okay.
A big mountain range.
All right, you go to a mountain range on the planet. As far as you can tell, is a mountain range, considering what's a mountain range. But yeah, you find the biggest, sharpest cliffs.
I want to try. First, I'll send a small piece of myself down because I was in the big form, and then I want to try entering the rock.
Okay.
And I just want to like search the mountain, see what's in it.
Let me
way, just-
check how blind sight identifies things. Because
Just
I'm
say-
pretty sure
Well,
nothing.
Normally it's sound, but I I'm assuming since we're divine beings, it's not gonna be sound.
It's probably like a feeling.
I'm just trying to see if
May have,
Pat
like,
has the
sense
ability
life
to
or
be
anything.
like, look, gold, silver, iron.
I do
Can I
think
tell you what I'm
normal.
trying to do?
Yeah,
And that
sure.
might help you. I'm trying to find gems.
I mean, by
I don't know what
happenstance,
I don't know what gems are right now, but as a player, my goal is to find gems because I think I want to become a god of gemstones.
all right, by
Sickening.
in some time and by happenstance mostly, I'm sure you can find some things that are clustered inside the dirt that isn't exactly compact, if you get what I mean. You know, geodes and shit, like things you should be able to find gemstones in solid mass.
Yeah.
So,
Or maybe I find an open space and something. I don't know.
All right, so
Maybe I'll find dwarves.
let's quickly accuse Pat of trying to build Tarek.
Pedro, have you decided what humans are gonna be?
Hmm?
Have you decided what humans are gonna be?
I mean, I know what I want them to be. I just know if I need to do it
No.
progressively or not.
Yeah. Good nuts. I mean, it's. I'm just saying this because you haven't had a turn for a while. But
Yeah, no, Joe should be the next thing to go. I was sure Pat had his thing, but
Pedro,
yeah,
Pedro.
like I said, Joe, we're skipping Pedro. You get your second turn. Pedro, what are you doing? I'm
So
going
as I
to
was,
not forgive you if you fucking try and guide humanity to have like 8 long foot dicks. Like,
I mean, I just want to turn humanity into dragons. So if they're tall enough, maybe, but that's not the objective.
okay, Pedro,
It's
think,
not out of the cards that they have 8-foot long dicks, David.
Pedro,
Yeah.
think about the plot of Dreamers.
Think about common decency.
Okay, I won't give them big dicks, but I'll make them dragons.
Dragons or dragonoids?
Depends what David allows.
Try and turn them into dragons, you're gonna get the worm kind. Like a Pathfinder race. You're scaly boys of wings.
You mean the Wyvera?
Sure, I can later.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that.
think it's fine. Sure, I can later on create actual dragons.
So
Like, if
current.
if you make the human race dragons, the problem is all you've done is make dragons, and I can't let you be a player race.
Fair.
Or
I
the
guess it will
wyvern.
be. I guess we can. My idea is to have dragons later on, but yeah, you can start by just creating the.
All you've made
next
is make
version, which is
dragons more deadly for you to face.
Yeah. The funny haha thing is that we're gonna have a caste system where there are dragons with wings and dragons without wings and dragons with tails and dragons
Oh
without
god, and
tails.
we're gonna call them horn dragons, wing dragons, earth dragons, alicorns.
Eastern
But yeah, I guess the
dragons, they're just
wyvern.
noodles.
But I guess yeah, the result will be that the currently humans will become wyverns.
That's how you're gonna try and guide them. I kind of be
Yeah.
real disappointed when Pedro's just like, I'd like to give him a spark of armored skin. Bam! I'm like, you.
Sickening.
Disgusting.
But yeah, so as I fell down and I was basically constantly swapping forms, trying to see what I could become. I guess my first thing, since I was curious about it, would be to try and spot other creatures to gain more ideas of what I can look like.
Well, where did you want to land here? Like, did you want to? You saw the humans. It's not like you're a fucking free fall meteor.
Yeah.
You can just fucking 90-degree turn in the air if you felt like it. So you could land closer to them if that's what you wanted, or you could go the other direction. Whatever you want. That's what I'm asking. Like, where in relation did you land to these dudes since you saw them?
I guess it's the middle, because in character I would like to go to them because it's something. I'm curious, But going towards them also would mean I won't see other things. So I'd probably more in a between. So between going to them in opposite direction, I fall in the middle.
Really staying perpendicular to the humans.
I mean, I suppose
I guess-
it's better that he land in the ocean than fucking just, you know, the humans going, oh, pointed at all the fucking falling asteroids, and then just one just veers and heads right into them.
It's the thing, like, humans are here. Other direction would be, for example, here, and I fall, like, in the middle. That's basically my... how it probably go.
Alright, fall into the blue stuff.
Yeah, I believe the Sea Leviathan is going to be my first big creature. But yeah. When I fall into whatever water is for my character, do I see? I assume I see around me. Do I see
you-
other creatures?
Yeah, you see other creatures. You see what I'm just going to just say is fish. I mean, you don't really describe what a
Yeah.
fish is. And I'll also describe it's fairly salty, not like as a taste goes. You know, you don't know what salty is in game, but it's this. And
Yeah.
also, it's fairly unpleasant. It kind of feels like your lungs are on fire.
I guess I would feel that. I would see every other creature around, and I'll just try and, I guess, copy their physical traits.
All right, you turn into a fish. As far as I can tell, that instruction from.
It start, yes, but it will be because what I've been doing so far is I start with the fish and then I just started experimenting. So from a fish to other types of animals around to mix match.
Shit, he's making sea elves. Semen. He's making semen.
I mean, at some point, I'm probably assuming there's octopus and stuff. I just imagine I'm like a mixer of an octopus, a fish, and a shark.
He hears octopus
To be fair, I'm
once
closer
and he
to
starts
I'm
thinking
closing
about
to
semen.
making aberrations, actually, like you've mentioned. I am going to make chimeras accidentally.
Accidentally, half you guys have already turned into those. Real.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I guess
oh, go on.
I'll be doing that for a while moving or learning how to move in the water.
All right, Joe. What's up, man?
This thing, because I'm in this form and I've been whacking things for a while now. Do I get hungry? Or
No,
no?
actually.
Yeah. I wanted to know this part. I mean, then I'm probably exploring until I see something that I'd find more interesting.
Okay. After knocking through trees and walking over those sharp, pointy hills, um, yeah, there's you'll walk up on the other side, and would give me a perception check. But either way, at some point, you're gonna walk into more.
Oh,
He said something interesting. No.
it's me. It's me, full of blood. Hey, bitch.
Okay. Since you have a 20, if you want to avoid it, you do see other Cro-Magnon ass looking things over there.
What's good, bitch?
I guess I'll approach this time.
Alright. As you get closer, I think these things have noticed you. And as you get closer, because I say noticed you in the sense you walked over the hill and you started like walking until you saw them in the distance with their little fire. You know, the dark sky has turned more bright. Big ass cloud, you was just like, anyone else feeling that sun hitting our back? And as you're walking towards them, you'll hear them just kind of go, oh, and it's like they're kind of screaming and waking up, and some of them start charging you. And you're like, oh, good, they're getting closer, and you start realizing they're fairly small little fuckers.
Start to hit me.
I mean, you're gonna try, but it's like, Joe, imagine a fucking like child throws like a fucking twig at you.
I know, but like, you know what I'm gonna do. You know what
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no, by all
do.
means, if
You're
you
like,
want
"I
to
love
start
murder, got it."
if you want to start killing things, I'm down.
I mean, yeah, what's about to happen is like they hit me, and then as like I'm just like I sense aggression. That's what I sense from them.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
just go like punt.
That guy doesn't even fly. When you go to kick him, he just turns into a mist.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna miss them.
By the way, you guys are. By the way, you guys are on my sheet listed as level 1 gods. The way this works is you are going to instantly win any kerfuffle with someone that does not have a god or demigod status. So Joe didn't roll to hit. Joe didn't roll for damage. The thing just died, like gone, disintegrated, reduced to atoms.
Yeah, I kind of just.
Unmade.
Yeah, I mean, I just looking at it and was like, huh. Because he remembers, because he didn't do it hard, it's just that he just did it.
Yeah,
So he's thinking, huh.
they're running around like screaming, kind of. Some of them are like bowing, and some other ones are still trying to fight you. If you wanted to just step on them.
Are they
Yeah.
understandable to him?
Hmm?
Can
Can I understand them?
No, they are not speaking a language by technicality of your true spite. They're just making grunts.
I'll essentially think to them, stop, and then I essentially squash the ones that were still trying to hit me.
Okay, I want to make sure your thought process here. Do you say stop and then you kill the ones that were hitting you because, upsetty? Or you say stop and you kill the ones that were still trying to hit you after you said stop, because that's not a choice for them at that point.
Yeah.
I say stop, and then I'll wait.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
everything stops and stares at you. Fucking animals in the distance fucking stop and stare at you.
Good.
Every time a player says good, they mean like the opposite on the alignment chart, dude. Joe has introduced himself as the first god among the players by killing things that have opposed him and then dominating.
Yeah. I think I'm the human god now.
It is me. I am humanity. All you need to do is start looking for natural resources and using
I
them.
just need to find dwarves or mole people or something.
You're gonna make the words, but
I was thinking if I can't find a fuck it, I'll make Oriod.
yeah.
Rock.
I mean, I'm basically now having these humans show me what they're doing.
Monkey. Monkey.
Monkeys.
Alright, what are you doing, Joe?
I'm essentially trying to see what they're doing. I'm curious.
Okay, how are you doing that? Because they've all stopped to stare at you. That hasn't stopped.
I'm commending them to essentially like show me things.
Okay. Joe's gonna spend the next while like we're gonna go off of Joe, but it's just gonna begin with him, like the guy that had like the fucking stick and rock tied together. You show me things. Show me things. He gives you the hammer, runs off, picks up like the fucking log from the fire. Here, he just starts showing me things.
His wife shows him.
I demand offering.
Yeah. Kieran, I believe you're next on the rotation, buddy.
Evil god.
Yeah, I've just been moving
in the
shit
distance,
around to, like...
and in the distance, I think you just hear your friend scream like "stop," and you're like, "eh."
I guess if he hears that, since he's been fucking around with the Earth, what he's gonna do is like, rather than teleport over.
Sorry, I laughed because I just immediately thought you were just gonna tidal wave Earth and kill all his new followers.
No,
Oh.
What he's doing is like, the best way I can explain it is he's sitting on a patch of ground, and that patch of ground is like an escalator. It's moving, like one of those like the ones that are flat on the ground at like airports, where it's just like a fucking
conveyor
moving
belt.
I can't believe we know Kieran's god name is Procrastinatus.
I mean, he's just sitting around like, walking's weird, but this is perfect. And I guess
god of
because there's
laziness.
I'm honestly, Kieran, I'm really looking forward to the game where you're not gods, just because I get to play your god after this, and I love the idea of you just zooping around by never fucking moving and making everything else move you.
I mean, yeah, and then it's
I
this thing of
move
like,
the world I move the world around me
Yeah,
because
pretty
I'm
much.
too important to move.
Just
That's what I mean.
Codex.
Some
I
people.
don't think it's
This is going
Yeah,
that
it's like
Codex.
Conan. But no, I'm just thinking like, can't this fucking god teleport? And you're like, away, and just thousands of army ants color your feet, and lift you up, and walk you away.
I don't think it's laziness more than it's just like this is an interesting way to move.
No, I got it. No, but from the outside, it looks like you're the god of laziness
Oh,
through
absolutely.
innovation. You're the goddess, the god, the god of,
All-
not goddess.
Kieran, I want all your fun. I mean, he might be a goddess. We don't know yet. Kieran,
That's true.
I want all your like fun ass move tech to become like part of your god portfolio, and you're just gonna be like,
Yeah.
look, Pat is the god of rage and little folk. So I've gone
Hey.
the opposite, and I've made myself god of nomad. And then people are like,
Yeah.
nomad, you move a lot. I get it. You're like, no, I literally mean nomad. Oh yeah, because you like travel, and you're like, god damn it, no.
Yeah, the point is he's basically got what is effectively a disc of Earth that's fucking conveying him around. And then it's just like when he gets to the trees, he's like, this isn't gonna work. Or the sticks that are in it.
I was gonna say,
kinda
I'm
like-
looking forward to the weird divine spells I'm gonna have to add in for you.
You know, he's like, this isn't gonna work, and he kind of like puts his hand like he's gonna like kind of try and move things out of the way to make like a fucking a route where he doesn't hit anything and can just go straight towards where you heard
Noogie,
Joe.
are you really not hitting anything if you're just like, oh, all these fucking sticks are in the way, and you just fucking raise your hands and blast them out of the ground? You're like, that's better. Now I won't
I'm
hit
not
anything.
blasting them out of the ground. I'm like trying to
I'm just
basically
saying,
make empty space in between them, stretch it out.
I'm just saying, it's a forest. Like, you're still fucking.
I'm sure it'll
disrupting shit.
probably do anything. It's more so the effect of like I'm trying not to hurt things.
I get it. I get it. I'm
Crush
just making
things.
fun of the idea as someone that actually knows what's going on. The concept of you uprooting the forest
Oh yeah.
is not
I mean,
better.
he's not uprooting it. He's literally like, here's a forest. I'm making a path big enough for me by stretching the forest out on both sides.
Okay.
I'm pushing the forest and making a huge path for me to
Hold on,
like
you-
slide down.
Kieran, you spread the forest, you go back at punching the floor, and somehow you created the Amazon River.
I mean, yeah, it's basically like this is the forest.
The
What I'm
lazy
ending up
river.
doing, or what I'm ending up doing, is just making like.
But you're like
this.
splitting the earth in half.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
splitting the earth, filling it back in, but it's like a straight, not like a road, but it's almost plains. And then behind him, he's like, "That doesn't look right. There are bumps everywhere." Starts
Okay.
like turns around and
Oh
starts
my
making
gosh.
bumps.
God, man, Kieran really is trying to become god of roads and shit.
I mean, it's literally like because he looks at what he made and is like, "That doesn't look like the rest of it. That's
No,
wrong." And
it's
then
all
he
good,
kinda,
Kieran.
like,
I
makes a
love
bunch
the
of
idea
bumps.
that I don't even when we first get you domains to like specify your powers from, you don't even have to think. You're just gonna be like travel, gone, done.
Yeah. And
Alright.
then he kind of just like, as he's sitting on this disc that's like
Do you do that shit with the
moving.
mountains? By the way, the hills that Joe walked over.
I guess when he sees the hills, he's like, that's gonna look weird if there's two of them. So he kind of just goes around them like,
Here, just Twin Towers, the shit destroys one. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
the other one is right there and destroys that one too.
I think the thing I'm describing is basically a spell where the fucking earth like picks you up and starts moving you, except it doesn't pick him up in this.
Oh, that is
Slipstream.
that is literally a
Yeah.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slipstream.
Is it Slipstream?
It works in water and earth.
There's also,
But
I think it's the 9th
it,
level one, but is it?
I
Pat,
don't know. There might be
since
another
he's-
one.
Since he's walking around, which will take him longer than going over. To start with those two
What was
together.
it?
Pat, your turn.
Aeon.
So
World Wave.
if I find
Yes,
gemstones,
that's what it was.
I wanna try widening out an area of empty, like make a cavern.
Okay.
And
Do you have an idea how you do this? Like, do you just want to snap your fingers and it happens? Your divine magic?
No.
Or do you want to, like, JoJo Vanilla Ice this?
I don't know what that means.
It means you create a black hole and you just go crazy with it.
Let's say I try converting the standard boring rock into gemstones.
Okay, making
Like,
them more worthless.
Say I found quartz. So I try changing the structure of rock to that of quartz
Sure,
to make it a crystal.
done.
Yeah, I just wanna keep trying different structures to see what I get.
All right. I mean, when it starts at Joe and Karen's turn next time, you guys might maybe notice a mountain over there just be turning purple. Pedro.
No, I don't want to do the outside. I just want to do the. I just want to make pockets of gemstones.
There's
Okay.
1 inch of normal rock, and then the rest of it's quartz.
Well, what else are
Yeah,
you trying to do?
and
Do you want me to get back to you, or you got more
if
on this?
well, no, that's a general thing I want to do, but
Yeah, it happens.
if they're like they found humans, are there
Yes.
dwarves?
No.
Yeah, maybe. Let's just start with caverns and gemstones for now, and then later, after they do something, maybe I'll get bored and go like, "Hey, can I borrow this?" And just pick up a human.
You pick up a
Sure.
human and you just shrink it
Hey,
to
can I
upsize.
borrow this?
For all your dicking around underground, you never find caverns.
Yeah, I make them.
Yeah, that's what will have to happen if you want caverns. Which, if you
That's
didn't,
what I
so
mean.
one of the
I
other
want
fart
to
clouds
make
would
them.
have. One of the other fart clouds would have. That's why earlier I said Kieran's gonna become god of caves. He's gonna make the first one.
Yeah, I'm
You give up midway though.
I'll become gods of caverns and gemstones.
Yeah.
What a
And it
shitty
makes sense.
fucking
And
title.
then-
I'm the
mean,
god
he
of
doesn't-
shiny things and holes. You mean woman? No.
It's basically like the fart cloud I'm playing as made holes, and it was like, there's nothing down here. This isn't interesting anymore. And then started fucking around with the surface world.
Yeah,
I
then
like
he
the-
started flattening everything. You're like,
The followers
he's
of
fixing
boring.
it afterwards.
There,
The-
I'll make it boring.
I love
He's
the
fixing it
idea.
afterwards.
No, he's not making it boring. He was boring and then he stopped. Now it's
Well,
filling.
exactly.
Pat's followers are like, our god wishes more caverns, and they are dwarves who go around digging holes. And then Kieran's followers are the elves that say holes are abjurations, we fill them in, and thus begins the blood war.
I mean, it's literally
Yeah.
he's playing with like the Sim City like raising tool after he's gone through a place and flattened it to be like, it looks weird when it's completely flat. There should be bumps.
There should be bumps. God damn it.
One's making cavern dwarves, the other one's making mountain dwarves.
I just really want when it comes back to Kieran and Joe's turn, because Pat's hollowing out random spots, I just want to be like, you see that mountain over there? It just kind of suddenly lowers like 5 feet because, it couldn't sustain itself.
Thus is the
Oh,
price.
Pat, you're also a god of cave-ins.
That's the price.
Pedro.
You just-
On the Dusty.
Yeah, I guess
On
after
the
playing for a while, I just quote unquote shoot back up. Which probably makes me realize my lungs are probably burning again, but differently now. And
Probably.
I'll start going towards the humans while I'm still just playing with different forms.
You would think at some point you would learn to just stop breathing.
That's probably what happens when I go to back from away from the ocean. Oh, apparently I can just move lungs.
You don't
But yeah,
fuck
so
with
now I'm
that
just
in the
slowly
core
moving
races.
towards the humans or the things.
Alright, what do you want to look like, by the way? You've been through a few different forms. You turned into something, presumably, at the end.
And is this already the definite form, or is just one of the multiple forms until I get the permanent one?
You don't get a definite form until things start worshipping you in that form. Like actually worship. Like, the things are bowing at Joe, that wasn't the right amount of worship.
No. I mean, eventually, but my...
You get permanent form in the way,
Eventually
like
they'll
Odin. Like,
understand.
Odin gets a permanent form. Like, look, Loki can still shapeshift, but he gets, like, that is his primary form. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just think it's gonna be funny when, like, the quote-unquote humans worship me in a very, like, frightful manner. Like, what
Yeah.
happened? He told us to shut up and then kill
There
us.
is a
Yeah.
there is a webtoon that perfectly defines what I'm doing right now. it's basically this is what I look like. It's the literal sense of a chimera. Since I've been changing, I'm still just a mix match.
You got a fur.
So currently, I'm basically chimera. I have some parts that are from the sky, part from the land, part from the sea.
Yeah, you saw that they attacked Joe, and he looked like just a big them, right?
I was distracted looking at fishes.
Hmm.
Ooh, a fish. Ooh, a fish.
All right, you approach the humans. You've
Yeah.
seen fish up close, by the way. Do you have a relative size for how big you like to make your chimera? Because you've been
I
next
guess
to
what was the
living things
biggest
now.
creature on the sea currently? Were they still like megalodons as dinosaur size, or is it like a whale is the biggest? I guess whales
Okay,
still fuck new.
yeah, I guess Pedro will just come in as the fucking colossal sized chimera then.
I'll probably
What was-
slightly smaller than a whale because I wouldn't be the max size, but I'm still probably large, and not, I guess, huge in this case.
Gargantuan.
One of those two, yes. I look one, and as I get close, I become the other.
I just keep looking down because I'm like, all right, the humans. Yeah, you guessed it. Attack you. All right. What do you
I
want to
guess
do?
I guess I'll just look at them and just basically say why, not as in why are you doing this, just why are you doing this, as in
I
curiosity.
believe you're
They'll
casting
they'll
confusion.
they'll turn around and run since obviously your skin can't be pierced by their fucking clubs and stuff. Like,
I just
Yeah.
like raise one of my limbs, and I guess and I just say wait.
okay, I mean, I assume you're trying to dominate, so they do.
I guess probably more as a reflex, not actually.
Oh yeah, but I mean you as the player.
Yeah, I guess command would be the better, could be, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean either way, you're making them do stuff.
Yeah,
I don't mean like you, the god, is wanting
yeah,
specifically the dominate. I assume that's what you're reaching. Get it?
yeah. I guess I'll go back close to them.
All right, I didn't catch that. Are you saying you're just walking, like you make one step to be closer to them, or you're shrinking to be closer in size to them?
Technically both. Basically, I'm moving closer while also shrinking,
Okay,
so I can look at them up close, kind of.
man, that sure doesn't make them feel better. Let's be real.
Yeah. And I guess as I get close to one of them, I just look and I'm just like, what are you? Huh.
I'm gonna call you Rararars.
Eh. Pedro becomes
Yeah.
becomes the literal chimera of like all of the predators in this world. It's like, why are they scared?
Oh yeah, why are they afraid of me?
I guess
Weird.
seeing that I assuming that's him trying to communicate me not understanding, I guess I'm going to, like, with the tentacles just touch him and it's like, can you not speak?
Why?
Yeah, fucking Pedro made this look real creepy, didn't he? Like everyone else saw that too. Like the sensual, like tentacle, like lap around the chin.
It's not lap, it's literally just a poke.
No,
I'm
we
just
know. We
poking
know.
That's
him
that.
and
not
like,
what you said.
that's what I meant, but
Okay,
I'm a
then.
god, I don't know social cues.
I'm not no
God.
consent.
Caveman
But
right
yeah, I
now.
am poking and just like, can you not speak?
I mean that bit or what I posted.
Hmm. Can I make you speak?
This is where he
Is that
casts
you
Awaken.
thinking? Is that you thinking aloud, or are you asking me? Because yeah, if you want to say I
It's
want to make
technically
them
both.
speak,
It's both because
yes,
my god probably just thinks
you
that and then
can
he just
cast Awaken on them if
tries.
you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll
Okay,
just touch one of them and awaken.
all right. First official human on the board, like the Kingmaker aspect. Pedro is first on the board with 1 unit.
Hold on,
So
give me
yeah,
time and this will be the result.
I would rather you make Islanti than the fucking making humans be called the fucking dragon people. Yeah.
Honestly, with all the things I'm doing, I should probably go for the. Isn't there a race that is also about shape changing? Besides
I'm-
things like the fox people that are
I'm
F2.
going to remind you, if you make any of your core races like busted compared to the others, you can't play as them.
Reptoids?
No, I think Pedro wants
Is
the
it
world
Skinwalker?
to be made of doppelgangers, and that's gonna be fun as shit.
Changelings, I guess.
It may be that one. I'm trying to
Reptoids.
remember which one is the right one, but I think there is a race that isn't.
Reptoids.
He means
No,
shape
that's
changers.
Pat.
No.
Reptoid is that toy. We're not talking about.
Reptars
Okay,
from
I don't. Okay, whatever.
Rugrats.
Yeah, Reptar.
No, what we were looking for is the one that are shapeshifters.
Yeah, they're called Reptoids.
Yeah,
Pat,
I
don't
know
act
they're
like it
called
was your idea.
reptoids.
God damn it, David!
Oh.
Come on.
I somehow every time I looked at the class, I never noticed this one.
I
Find
was
that-
This is
telling
my
you,
first
and you
time
were
looking-
ignoring me.
Bro, this is my first
So-
No, I
time
knew you were
looking at
saying
this
that,
class.
but
What
that-
the
But
fuck?
the thing, I had an idea that
Stop
it was
calling it a
different. I
class.
just think-
Did I say class? I meant race, whatever.
I mean, I guess you could also do Skinwalker since.
Yeah, that was the one I had in mind because there was one I knew could do something like that.
What
That's
did
why
what
I
did you do again? What
Right
type
now?
of animal?
The Chimera.
He's
Yeah.
an amalgamation of them.
No, I meant what did he awaken?
Oh,
A
A
human.
human.
He awakened a human. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
What
give him a
did that
wolf head
mean?
and call him a Rogaroo.
but yeah, I guess it is either
And
probably I'm
granted,
going to end up
all
with
he
either
really
skinwalkers or reptoids. Yeah.
all he really did was make it like a very smart caveman and made it so you
Yeah.
can talk to it. So it's just kind of going, oh, like it's still making like you understand more that it's like screaming at you rather than grunting.
I
This
guess
is
I
what-
say calm down as I basically cast calm emotions.
This is the future with Pedro as the god of humans.
But that's what I mean. I'm afraid of what the human race is going to turn into.
Shape changers.
Fucking brand new animal.
But yeah, I basically just cast calm emotions as I tell them calm down.
Fucking
Pedro, the
can't
the
believe-
biggest
can't
trend.
believe
Yeah, the
we're doing this
biggest
shit.
trend, right? I mean, this is the thing. I wasn't going to put myself center spot again.
Mhm. Exactly. I
'Cause it's
don't want to
normally
be
me.
human guy.
No, but that's the thing. I could have done it, but it's normally me. I can't be always me.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, Joe, you're also the god of some humans over. Yeah.
And I'm
The
gone murder.
humans of Nyag.
Anyways, Joe and his future furry Beastketeers here. You cast
Oh,
calm emotions
bro.
on him, so he's going, "Why you that?"
Why I do what?
Pedro's
Brain
also the god of
hurt this.
misunderstanding.
Yeah,
Pedro, you misunderstood the question.
Why?
He asked,
do that?
why are you that?
But without the R.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
why you that?
Why you
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
could have also have
Sorry.
asked
Okay,
just
I
to
did miss.
just to confuse Pedro. You could have asked,
Yeah.
"Why'd you do that?"
Yeah, that was what I thought he was asking, just in more incomplete.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of ways you can take that sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but why you that? That's
Maybe-
true.
Yeah, maybe he asked both. He is just suddenly super sentient all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He
What an-
invents the
what
word
an
of both of
idiot.
them.
More fucked up is there's a bunch of other cavemen that are waiting for his decree, and only one of he touched one of them. Suddenly, he started speaking the same gobbledygook bullshit that the big thing was.
I
Pedro
created the
is the
first Messiah.
Pedro is the original aboleth turning humans into sea people.
Uh,
I know I'm gonna
I
do
guess
it.
it's not the stupid idea just came. I just look at all around. I just think to myself, maybe with more it's easier, and I'm going to proceed to awaken all of them.
All right, you little freak.
Oh.
We'll get back to you later, you shitter.
Yeah.
Kieran, you finished walking around the mountain. Joe, you
Walking.
technically you did say you were going to go around the mountain.
Yeah, I'm
Joe,
not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not
you
walking.
jogged in place. Joe, you can do a little bit before Kieran comes in, but also like his big fat ass is going to be like visible soon enough. So do something and then see him.
Yeah, beyond wanting to speak with these people, what I'm going to do is so I don't kill them as easily, I'm gonna make them bigger.
Okay,
I'm gonna be making giants, David.
I'm aware. You are aware that this means like if you're making them actual giants, they're also not playable. But also, you could make them smaller later. To be fair, I'm just informing you in case you want to
Oh.
end up, controlling
Oh,
shit.
I mean, it's a
You could also
thing.
just make them giants, yeah, and they'll just be giants later. It's understand. I'm just informing.
He's making dreamers.
Yeah, I'm making giants. I'm not making them that big.
Well, how? Okay, so I was wondering, like, are you going to make them as big as you to not scare them, or?
No, I'm making them as big as some of the things I've faced so far. Because I've
So
probably kicked a
random.
I
What,
mean, no,
trees?
yeah, trees, probably a tiger, whatever the fuck I found before.
You're
Like,
crazy
Probably
probably,
will
fleshy.
be stick-sized.
Damn it! When Joe said like trees, tiger, like my man, you're just making the fucking whole spectrum of the giant cast immediately.
I mean, and not making them immediately. What I meant, David, is some are probably 12. The others are probably 15 foot tall because it depends on what size they were when they were just humans.
I can't
Okay.
believe you
So
already.
he's not presetting;
But
he's adding on to.
yeah, so what I'm doing him is I'm
Joe
also
Joe Joe raises his hand up into the corner of all of them spread out, clenches his fist, drags diagonally down, and then hits select all,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
he's
he
literally doing.
expands the image.
Yeah,
If
he's just
you
doing scaling,
if you
but keeping
want
the
to
original
know
format.
why there's a lot of giants, a lot of types of giants, is because I needed something to differentiate because all of them look the same to me.
All right.
I can't believe just because God couldn't care enough about trying to recognize faces, he created actually people better than others.
Keep looking at that Beastars gift. I'm like, I don't remember this scene ever happening.
Oh, I do.
We repressed it.
Yeah, I
I've
probably
never
did.
seen the show, so I
I
can't
know
say.
I know Legoshi does some mad ass gay shit, to be fair. So like I don't want to deny it. But also this show has like a huge like super queer following, so I honestly believe that a fan could have animated this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny to me because like writing Beastars, that was, I don't know what I wrote, but had anymore, but that was one of the first things I'm like, man.
It's what throwing me off is just how he throws the door open, like he's acting like, oh
Yeah, he's feeling himself.
I know he really is. It's the fucking he's like all in on that costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a custom, David, it's a way of life.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if he wasn't trying to fuck like a fucking 3 foot tall rabbit girl, I'm pretty sure Legoshi would be gay.
No, that's not him being gay. No, I couldn't stop that without laughing. No, but yeah, I'm just having fun essentially before I
Yeah.
see Kieran again.
Kieran,
I
you
like
you see
having
your
fun,
friend
everyone else
having
also having
fun.
So yeah,
Again,
he's just
they
making them big.
yeah they groan in pain as he enlarges them, biggins.
I'm
Are you
also
sure you should
awakening
be?
some of
He
them.
embiggens them.
I
There's
guess
a lot.
he'd kind of be like, "Are you sure you should be doing that?"
I don't know. What should we be doing?
I don't know. But if they were like that before, shouldn't they stay like that?
I mean, I felt
I guess you
bad
can
because
change them, so
yeah, I mean, I felt bad because he points at the ones that are dead. Like those, they're a lot less because those are gone,
hmm,
and then they stopped attacking. So
I
it
guess.
didn't run away. So good. It's like the pat good.
I mean, Everything here just seems like it gets sort of in the way. I've had to move so much stuff out of the way.
They've also
Maybe
changed
it'd
it a
just
lot.
maybe it'd just be easier, and he kind of like starts shrinking to like human sized, and it's like it might be slow, but I won't run into anything like this.
That's fair, but I like being big.
I guess it's nice, but we're kind of able to move her like, and he demonstrates as he's like teleporting around. Like we're kind of able to move around just like real quick.
Yes, but I yes, that could work. He's just thinking. He's like, I have seen some creatures that do this, and then one of my arms just becomes a wing for a second.
Hmm.
They float with these, and then it becomes an arm again.
They need those. Then he kind of starts like lifting in the air, like.
Yes, they kind of do it like this, and I'm gonna probably make a fucking windstorm as I fucking start taking on flight for a second with wings.
You're hurting them.
That's all I needed. The fucking humans right now.
I was going for this one.
And it's just like as he starts blowing things around, he's like, "Oh, you're hurting it."
Uh, you're right, and I'll just land. So there's
as
another
you
crater.
as you two fuckers are floating, give me a perception 10 or higher. Is all. There's two of you. This is like a 75% chance of winning.
Okay.
All right,
Now, Joe, you can do it.
Okay.
Kieran.
I
There's
believe in you.
rapidly, even before Kieran sees with has a little I spy mighty eye. You see approaching rapidly in yon distance is another fart cloud of sorts, cosmic energy, real fast, fucking gotta like Sonic hedgehogging.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, there's more of
Hello.
us.
Yeah, there's more of us. Do you just speak at it?
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess.
All right. It so I guess you get the response of testing, and
How?
then it just blasts by you and distorts several of the humans that you enlarged with
So,
appendages and other things, which
so
will begin killing them real soon if you don't unreverse it.
I was going to say, like, does it? I was going to ask if it seemed like it was going towards the things I just made.
Yeah. Sorry, would
I'm
you like
gonna
to do
hit
something to
it.
stop that? You're gonna hit the thing, okay.
Yeah,
Since I'm
like
Joe became a god
stop.
and chose
I
violence.
just go stop, and I essentially put my arm on like in front of them, and then I just like kind of like swipe to get him away.
I
Okay.
guess just as a quick
You
question,
could
like
roll.
Okay.
the
Yes,
ball
Kieran?
of gas, like how like it's formless, but I assume it like holds up space. Is it large? I assume it's larger than a person, yeah?
It's larger than a person.
Okay. I guess that makes
16.
sense.
It's the size of you, to be fair.
Okay.
I guess
Well,
I
I'm
my arm.
human sized,
So good.
so yeah. Alright.
I guess as my arm is still a fucking wing, I'm trying to bat it away from touching the the things I just made.
As you didn't roll a 20, and this is somewhat important to explain things down the line. I'm going to say that this thing has greater control of itself than you are used to yet. Just to explain why your 16 doesn't win. That's okay with you, Joe. You
That's
could,
fine.
yeah. It's just
I
more of the
am the
idea is,
first god to throw hands.
yeah. It's just the idea that, well, that's what I'm implying is you're not the first god that's tried to punch it. Is what I'm saying. So when you stand up and you try and swipe at it, it just kind of like distorts itself around your punch, and then when it runs through you, it just kind of like obliques around you and into your people and just keeps going.
And what was it doing to the people? It was like making them grow like
Yeah, they fucking grow boils, octopus tentacles. One of them turns into a tree person. It's just like hit random on the genome sequence.
well that's not cool.
No, it's not. And that's why I was gonna say if you don't reverse those, you're pretty sure a lot of those things are just gonna die.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. Like that's not cool. Do you want help fixing that?
Yes, please. I do not know if I can, and I'll start trying to.
I guess rather than reversing it as well, when I try and fix it, I'm trying to like take it off and let it be its own thing. Because
It's like
I
tearing
don't-
off someone's arm, I think, right?
well, he's tearing it off, turning the person back to how they were, and then he's not going to be like, "Well, you were part of something bad, so you don't deserve to live." He's like, "You can go and be something else," and then kind of like complete it.
Okay, I get what you mean. I like the idea that this is just where some like goblins are first formed.
I mean, yeah, he's basically turning like he randomed one creature into something, so he's taking that random creature and he's like, I'm taking the bits of you that were randomed, turning it into a full creature, and then returning the other thing back to how it was. So I'm turning one creature into two effectively.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
idea that you have some sort of like giant green like creature, and then this tiny little like munchkin king, and you're like, you'll turn into something. You two go into the forest. You'll make something. I don't know what sex is later, and that's how orcs are formed.
And then I guess he's just like, should we keep them? He's like carrying the thing that he split on, and he's like, should they be close to each other? You said they hit you, right?
Yeah, they're still not moving from the command, by the way.
So I guess he's like reaching very far out with the thing he just took off of the giant. He's putting the giant down and then like gently placing the thing down far away. Like everything he does, he's just placing in a random direction.
I mean, yeah, he's just like is looking at them and like trying to think is like, when are they going to move? Like unconsciously dispelling the command.
If that's yeah, okay, sure. They'll begin moving, I guess, and they're fucking terrified of you, I would think. So they're moving away from you.
Uh,
I guess
I
Oh,
am.
darn it.
they seem kind of like as like a human just now standing on the ground looking at me, like they seem kind of rude.
Yes, but that, and I point towards the direction of the cloud that did that to them. He tried to. He doesn't understand. He's just angry.
I mean, didn't you do the same sort of thing? These guys were a lot smaller before. He's kind of like walking up to one,
But
looking
I
up at it
did
like,
it.
yeah, I guess.
Why
I don't think
he
it's
would-
wrong for you to be mad or anything.
I
He
found
did. He
Legos
was
on the
kind of rude.
ground and I started building with Legos. And then this other kid came up to the Legos I was playing with and just started putting pieces everywhere and then ran
no.
off.
He wasn't even using uniform colors.
Yeah,
He
no,
just put
He was
random
using
things on it.
Duplos.
No, this is the problem. He didn't start taking Legos and making his own things. He started taking mine apart or putting things on my Legos. Like that's the limit, bro.
and then putting super glue on them
Yeah.
to put them together.
I am now mad, and I am going to probably try to retaliate.
I guess
Okay.
while he's doing that, I'm just like looking up. Like, I'm assuming they're running away. It's just a now human size, which is smaller than them, person just following these giants. Like, oh, where are they going?
So
But
you're
instead
going
of like
the opposite
chasing after
direction.
them, like walking, he's letting them run a few steps, and then he fucking teleports to behind them. Like, oh man,
So you're going the
'Cause
opposite
he-
direction from the fart cloud that Joe is chasing now. To go chase
pretty
the
much.
giant you. Okay.
I'm following his guys. Also, real quick, as the big me, like looking around, is it still just this rock, or is there anything else around? Like if I look around now, since I big me probably has eyes too, yeah.
Well, you want to generate eyes on Big U?
I don't know if he wants to take the form that little him is, but he does want to like, I guess, make eyes that
Your
look
ass.
around.
Your ass is Kracko from Kirby.
Yeah, pretty much. He's not turning into an eye. He's just like, if eyes work like this, he just summons two like really big eyes to look around, pretty much, and be like, "Is there other things like this?
Okay.
This way of looking is
With your
Even though I-
newfound vision that extends beyond your simple blind sight, you see the sphere from like what your blind sight picked up as some sort of like rock with things on it. You see this kind of green and blue planet, and all around it you see, you know, other like strange planets, like this one over there in the even far distance is this tiny little like green thing with a ring around it, and other. I mean, essentially, a lot of them are just various colors of fucking ball. Very creative universe. And
are they all are they all spheres, or like some of them weird shaped, or some fucking?
They're all spheres, unfortunately.
Okay.
I really would like to say one of them is a cube or there's a disc world, but nah, sorry.
You can change that.
I mean, no, I was just
And
figuring. I just figured.
You mean he could change that? Yes, he could, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to change that.
Yeah, no,
I
meant
guess
Kieran, not you.
Yeah, if Kieran wants to do that.
since Big
I was
Me's
going
running
to
around, he's
say
like,
behind you is the brightest planet of all. It's this giant. I'm just. It's a sun, Kieran. But if you're real curious, go up to it.
Yeah, I guess what.
I mean, this is the great thing. Your godly eye is staring directly into the sun, and you're like, "Hey, that's pretty bright," as opposed to your fucking eye withering out from this blaze.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a like disembodied eye. It's like the fucking like Gara fucking sand eye from the
Okay.
So,
but
the Big
you
Me
do
kind of
not.
like
You do not, with your eye, see gaseous creatures. You do not see the cosmic beings beyond your 120 vision. Like when you look at your eye, you don't see them, but
So
you
it
can still
can-
sense they are there.
So it's different because the little me was like was human in shape, but I could still see the gassy guy. But these eyes up here can't.
Well,
I
yeah, you
guess-
saw the gassy guy when he got within 123.
Oh, okay. I guess Big Me is gonna like kind of nudge because I'm pretty sure Big Pat's going all around the fucking thing, right? Like,
Big Pet fucked off a while ago.
so yeah, I guess Big Me is gonna like look over to the other me and like, you can make those like weird. The other way that you can see, you can just like make one up here. There's so much stuff.
I just love the idea that you three are just like, oh shit, really? Oh crap, what's this stuff? Color? Oh man. I didn't know it was up here too. I thought everything was black.
There's so
is
much stuff
interesting.
everywhere. Like,
Just
look
a
at
bit
that.
much.
Look at that big bright one, and kind of like.
I'm looking forward to the character arc where you guys go to Mars and you fuck all for like 200 years.
You think it'd be? You think there's other things there? Like they had things here.
We go to Mars and we pretend to do things there, so humans think there's things there.
Look, I made a face.
Yeah. But yeah, little me is basically following the fucking giants. Big me is like contemplating whether he should throw another little him at the sun.
Me sees the humans picture as done. Guys, I think we need a redo. Just fucking blocks out the sun for a couple of years. That would work. That's the worst part.
I mean, yeah. Kill all the plants. No food, no nothing.
Don't worry, the humans also wouldn't survive.
You say as I turn them into whatever alien species they exist.
If you do that, I'm punching your.
Punching your fart cloud.
The first. But yeah, currently I'm trying to impinge violence upon another of our kind.
So yeah, you're chasing the fucking far cloud down, and I'm following your people. See what they do.
I'm just gonna be so much of a fucking evil guy. Because, like, I'm not trying to do these things, it just kind of happen.
You fucked with me. I hate you.
I do like the idea of Joe saying that on like a criminal court case. Like, I'm not trying to be a bad guy. These things just happen. Sir, you shot and killed 40 people. I just tripped and it kept firing.
They were asking for it.
Sir, you work at a hospice. I know.
They were literally asking for it.
I believe Pat goes.
Yeah.
You doing, you little fucking gym freak?
Well, After fucking around in the depths of the mountain and underneath it, I think I've made a bunch of gems, different ones.
Okay.
I am gonna go see what's up top again.
Well, you're a fart cloud, so 120 feet of mountain peak.
It's gonna be the fucking god that people's like, oh, this is sapphire and this is ruby, and Pat, wrong. They're both sapphires. This one's just red, stupid.
Pat's god is colorblind.
You never saw color.
That's why
Yeah.
all of his races have dark vision.
Yeah, it's just the structure. Can
Ken?
can I sense the direction of the other 3 fart clouds that I was with?
Oh, they had to let you. You're all in the same playing field.
I mean, do we feel him trying to?
I project myself.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can I project a message?
Yes.
Guess it's sending.
Where is you?
Where are
I
you
am
at?
here.
Your fat ass takes out the flip phone. Boy, you know where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm literally like, where are you? And I just answer, I am here.
Big Me didn't move.
Well, I'm gonna take that as he's projecting himself now.
No, you're projecting.
How dare you? You said I
I'll
am
send-
here. It's like that means you want me to find you.
David, I'll send him my GPS location.
I think Pedro sends you the response message of "I'm with the humans."
Probably.
The fuck's a human?
Alright, I'm with the things I saw. I guess it would be the most equivalent.
I'm
I
with the
guess
little me.
your question was where
Little
is you,
Bill.
and the answer you get is Big Me or Little Me.
That's
The
fair.
the most inquisitive of us, of course.
Where on surface?
Uh,
Yes, David. Yes, my hands do itch like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I threw myself down, and then I didn't move that much.
How could you?
I can try and make some like. I guess I'd like kind of like
You
try
see
and make
large
something.
spire of rock in earth.
Uh,
You could see the mountain he's fucking around at if he's giving you a description.
yeah, I guess
Can
if
I
he
send-
describes it, then yeah, I'd like kind of lift a hand up and try and like make some sort of notice that I'm here. Like,
I love the idea. I just go straight to Charles Xavier.
Ah.
You're like sending images of Holocaust in that direction.
I was going to see if I can just send Pat's fart cloud just a picture of where I am.
Yes,
Mental
you
picture.
can. You can.
Yeah. You
I
just
was
see me
thinking
taking a
of like
selfie.
I
just
attempt to
making a
teleport
loud
to him.
noise.
Which him?
Pedro.
You,
All
Pedro,
right.
the one who sent me a picture of his location.
Pedro, as you're awakening them and some of the cavemen are going around being like, brain hurt, think club bad, sharp club, kill giant beast. Oh, that's smart. And as they're doing as they're doing that and you're talking to Pat and Pat's Farcloud just like in front next to you. Pat, give me a fort save.
Okay, I'll give you a save.
Pretty good.
Did they give me a fort save? Okay, I rolled high.
Pat, yeah, actually, you rolled higher than me. Good job. I just want to show like Pat could have lost. It was I mean, Pat always has the power to lose.
Well,
Pat,
that may be true if you don't have to point it out.
But like I said, fork save isn't great, but it's all just kind of analogous to like things happening. So you teleport, you say like a few words to Pedro, and another fart cloud zips through some of Pedro's humans, turning them into things, and rams face into you. So bonk bonk, and I'm sure Joe is fucking running behind in some direction. So hey, there's a big fart cloud that just fucked up some of your stuff, Pedro. Also, it just hit you, Pat. What are you gonna do?
Since
What
mine's fast
is
right
the
now,
tactile sensation?
Yeah,
you're
does
feeling?
that hurt him at all?
No, it doesn't hurt you. It's like if I shoved you, Pat, and you fell over. Like, it didn't hurt you.
Okay.
So, as I'm learning from the humans,
I should say, fall over is very subjective, considering you have no ass.
Yeah, no, I get it. I got shoved, and
just quickly, David,
it didn't hurt, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
just so it doesn't come up, I will revert them as I look and it's like, that's not right. And I just revert it.
I'm going to make the first
unlike
ethnic
Kieran,
slur,
I mean
and
the
it's going to
literal
be
sense of
against you,
reverting.
gods.
But yeah, unlike Kieran, I do a full revert, as in back to normal. I don't split off the other parts and like, you're a creature now.
Alright.
I'm just gonna take one from the book of humans, and one of my trees, David. I'm literally like with my hand, I just like straight it out, and I just chuck something at the fucking thing that's running away from me.
Okay. You could roll to hit it, I guess, but
Yeah, I'm fucking with it because it fucked with me. I know I'm probably
Yes.
not doing much.
I mean, that's real good, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, it just I essentially made a weapon as I picked up a tree, and I do like I do like a circle with my hand, and I essentially like make a spear with a point, and then I chuck it at it in its direction, so at least the thing parts.
This GIF is basically Joe's relationship with that part cloud.
I am mad.
So is this guy.
Get bored. I'll eventually get bored of this, but for now I'm just. I also look hella different from what you.
Okay, so God,
Same.
Joe has become the deity of
Yeah, Ward.
vengeance
Yeah,
and
probably.
retribution.
Yeah.
Consequence
Shit,
and retribution.
Okay, so, can't find the image easily, so I'm going to open up my folder, go
I'm
to
gonna make
D&D
the
stuff,
scariest thing.
go to... That's too
Is
far.
I'm going to end up
Pictures.
making giants. I'm going to end up
Pictures.
making
Here we go.
giants with the culture of hobgoblins.
Tokens,
That
maps.
would
Is
be
it in personal?
terrifying.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Also, Joe, I like you say, oh, I look different now. Meanwhile, here I am,
Redodo.
like 10 different creatures at the same time.
What are you doing
Yep.
on Redodo?
There we go. Joe, the fart cloud takes form after you hit it, and with the tree, it gets very mad.
What the fuck?
It turns into a colossal-sized creature of various writhing limbs, teeth, and faces as it screams variously. I think also, Pedro, all your humans die.
I guess.
Revive them there.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could
yeah,
do
but
that.
I
I
guess
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that right this
Yeah,
moment.
not now, but I guess seeing that it actually just fucked him a second time, I guess I'll grow my size and just look angry at him this right now.
Okay, Pedro.
Yeah.
You were kind of at the same size you were before. How much larger do you want to grow?
I mean, I guess the biggest I've seen, because before I was, like we were saying, I was at between huge and and Colossal. Now I think it's Gargantuan the highest. I always forget.
I think this is a good point just to have Pedro learn restrictions. So Pedro starts trying to grow, and as he grows to try and, I assume, topple the weird skin monster thing, yeah?
Yeah.
You guys watch Pedro go as he flies up into the atmosphere.
I see.
Oh, I tried to grow too much and actually got okay.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking essentially tackle this thing.
I guess 6 later on I'll be back. This time at a allowed size.
I mean, part of it is I'm assuming that since you guys have a feel for this thing, and it's just not me being completely vague, I'm assuming because you're trying to grow and you wanted to topple it and everything, you were pulling in more of your power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I was just saying I'll
No,
come
I
back
was just
after
saying,
what
like,
happened.
technically, you could be a very, very big thing with
Yeah.
almost none of your power, and you'd be allowed on.
That's
Yeah.
probably what I will do next time. I'll be big, but just
Joe,
the
I
power is
guess you
allowed.
could roll too, but I'm going to roll to hit you in like preparation. So, because is that
Same.
to defend or to attack?
You choose, because I rolled without saying.
All right, I'll let that be the defend, and um. So Joe, I'm Pat. I'm aware. Like once you guys build your characters, once we get that far, we'll use AC as normal when dealing with gods. Right now, it's just kind of you're not even fighting correctly. The role
Damn.
is to see how well you actually defend. Oh, see, I'm ass.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. If you guys are giant children, the fact that we're rolling for AC like this is actually just you have actually no training whatsoever. It's just kind of guessing how to defend. Like I rolled a 2, so it shifts its like monstrous god AC to the left, and you poke it in the eye, and it's like ah.
Yeah. Whenever I'm
That's
back, David, to
rude.
say. So I can start rolling as well.
I mean, yeah, you can start going
I
back
want
down
to
if you
kick
want.
his ass too.
You can start going back down if you want, or since
Yeah.
you're in the big form. I mean,
No,
yeah,
like
you
I say,
mean,
I'll
the
come back. I'll just be big, but without the extra power. So just big
sure.
with the power possessions.
god of tag teams.
By the way,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm going to help you tag team this guy.
Yeah. I feel pain for the
Yeah,
first time.
yeah, I feel pain for the very last time. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it didn't really hurt that much, but I mean, pain is new and pain sucks ass.
Yeah.
Considering
mean,
all
you kinda
you're
were-
doing right now basically is just a divine godlike slap fight, essentially.
I was waiting for for a second as I remember like the stick, but the stick broke when I threw it at him. You just see when I attack, like my whole arm becomes this like huge spike, and as I'm fucking putting it down. I'm just brawling.
All right, okay. Here's a good way to explain it. As Pedro descends from the top rope, like you guys are going with each other. Pedro, fucking, what are you? Are you still the Chimera thing?
Yeah, I'm just now bigger, but yeah.
Fucking all right. So Pedro Tiger Max this, like fucking drop kicks it as the Chimera, and it explodes into stuff everywhere, and yeah, it's fucking like Pedro landed on a cake, like it's messy.
Hmm. I guess we do this a little bit until we get bored.
No, like I said, it exploded.
Huh. I is like I look at you, and as seems to be the catchphrase for this campaign, I just go, "Good."
Good.
Good.
And I guess I'll shrink back to more normal size and start reviving the humans. Or attempting to.
Yeah, sure, you can start.
I can't believe our
Hey.
freaking alignment scale is gonna be like good, lawful, good, good,
Hey.
lawful.
Can I
Yeah?
try?
Right?
I point to a dead body.
I'll point at one and say that one.
Okay.
I liked him the least.
You get one.
He was the shortest of them all.
Yes.
I try.
He's just a
I
kid.
try
I don't
to
know that.
revive it and change its shape at the same time.
You just saw them kill somebody over this.
I technically
Yeah,
gave
but
him.
but I'm not
he
making
has
it a
permission, bro.
monster.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
about consent.
Yeah, how do you know
He
you're
said
not
he
making
wanted
it a
to do one,
monster?
and I gave him one.
What's the fucking definition of a monster? If you're making them shorter than each other,
I'm
that's
just
what I
making
call it.
it. I'm just making it. You know,
So a
hardier
monster.
and sturdier. Just happens to be shorter.
yeah. Pet's
Um,
making manlets. That's a monster.
Yeah.
I can't believe you
Wow,
would
Joe
choose
is
for someone to
right
be
Hey,
under
Joe,
there.
5 foot.
I'm aware.
Joe is.
Joe, that means there's a bard somewhere that wants to add you to the list.
This is why I am the god of violence.
You're the god of ultraviolence.
Yeah,
Joe's the god of
I'm
Markiplier
attempting.
jumping.
I'm attempting to make this creature into something that would work well in the mountains.
I just look at him like, yes, I've made my own. He ruined them.
Right. So
Thankfully, the other one fixed it.
He did the same.
you see
You can
the
fix.
fart cloud around here making manlets out of your bed.
He made one man.
Yeah.
Still doesn't awaken, so it's going to be asking, why am I different?
You're not.
I ignore his pleas and I just look at Pedro and I'm like, you can fix it, see?
Yeah, I did.
You're tougher.
Then he grew, and they were gone. So now I have to fix them again.
Yes. I mean, yes. Yes. No, you changed them. Now you can fix them.
Ooh. As I revive them, I probably just start pondering like, how can I fix them? How can I change them? How can I fix them?
I can't wait until Pat is the god of gym. Like someone's gonna be the god of death, and Pat's gonna be the god of gyms, and the god of death is like, man, some people try to return, but like I don't want to let them go. And Pat's like, how about some currency, big fella? You want some diamonds?
Yeah, I
No,
assume
he's
that
gonna
Pat's
get into an
go there.
argument with the god of death and just like, don't you know rocks don't die?
No,
Yeah.
I just love the fact that the
So
Pat
my
is like,
rock people shouldn't die.
it's gonna be a conversation between the god of death and Pat as to why diamonds are the material component of fucking
Oh,
resurrection spells. I have a trade offer, a life, in exchange for a diamond, and he's like, "Ooh, shiny rock." But that you were saying, David?
I was going to say, I assume that's what Pat's god of gems. I'll resurrect. What have you got to offer? Anything less than 10,000k? Garbage.
Here's
Garbage.
a pomegranate.
And the human's going to be like, 10,000k? Right?
I don't have any potassium.
Wow,
What the fuck's
good
a
one.
K?
I guess we're just doing some things now. What are you doing, Kieran?
Just
Well, I guess
following
Pedro
your
doesn't
cities
react
around.
to
Yeah,
me.
I was going to say, I guess Pedro really doesn't care what you're doing to that guy.
yeah, I saw him I saw you doing that. I saw Joe's Far Cloud talking, and now I'm just thinking, how will
That's
I change
crazy.
my guys?
That's crazy that you just made him a second-class citizen like that.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
he's
thing.
hardier and tougher.
It's the thing. Like I gave that one
Yeah,
to
okay.
you,
That's what
so
they
I'm
all
not caring about him.
Oh wow, okay. It's like I'm taking
Pedro
back to my
gave them
mountain.
sentience just so they could suffer more.
No, I gave them sentience, but then someone went like and said, "Can I have this one?" And I sure.
Yeah, can I use one as an experiment? And like, sure,
Man,
yeah,
The
whatever.
I'd be hella mad if I was like fucking mad retarded and then someone made me smart and then proceeded to sell me like I was a fucking bill.
Pedro, no, but he gave it. It was free.
Yeah.
No, Pedro is the god of sharing, you know. He was the
Our
first to
worshippers.
share.
Like the
There's
the
worse
good
things I
thing
could be proud
is
of.
creation myth isn't going to be translated very well. So this fucking horrific event is just going to like somehow become an oral tradition of there's an evil god that turned into a giant creature of teeth and tentacles, and the god saved us, and they brought us back to life, and they decided that they would forever from that point dwarves and humans would be friends, ignoring the fact that they share the common ancestor of Pat turned humans into dwarves.
I mean, the only issue with that sort of story is like, do they really remember if they probably like instantly died and then instantly came back?
No, but Pedro made them smart, so if they ever get oral traditions, the story will persist.
It's also, I also love the fact that yeah, in the future it's gonna be very much humans and dwarves are friends. Why? I mean,
Because of this story.
How
Yeah.
far away is Pedro's thing away from the mountain?
I mean, in relation to fart clouding, or like you want real distance because there's these dudes to measure themselves.
I guess in relation to like if one were to walk it.
If one of these little creatures that, especially fucking the thing you just made into a dwarf, way longer. But
Yeah. I get
but
that.
but the humans would probably take them like to fucking walk it. First off, there's water
I guess
between it.
run. Okay,
There-
it doesn't matter.
But I was going to say, first off, if they were to run, you'd think, oh, not that long at all, because you don't understand that these things will die of exhaustion. But you know, once in a bit of like a time of understanding, because I'm gonna start like I'm shuffling my hand, like you guys will fucking figure out some things, because you're gonna be here for a while. Maybe 20 to 30 of those fireball rotations.
Fireball.
yeah. Why are dwarf stuff? It's because their god, when they were born, said you're walking home.
I've only got one dwarf, so
My parents had to walk
You can change
uphill
that. I'm
both
sure you can
ways
just.
home from school.
Pat, I
I'm
I'm sure
beg
you can
you,
touch him and duplicate him.
do not duplicate it so that whenever players play dwarves, they have to use the same image.
No, you duplicate and then change them. Just
I'm
copy and then you
not
just
gonna
edit.
do that, but okay. Fuck.
Pat, if you make just a female dwarf,
One
I'll tell you,
phenotype.
in the way for them to go home, you'll have more than two.
Oh god, they're like rats.
It's that meme where it's like, watch out, boys, this dungeon has puzzles in it. It shows like 15 of the same dwarf, but it's canon. All right, wait. I guess we'll punch on over to Kieran for a moment. Kieran, can you summarize what the fuck you're trying to do beyond bothering these things?
I guess, do they just continuously run like every time they see me?
Yeah, you're like fucking 4 times their height still, so.
I guess then I would. Well, no, I'm human sized.
Oh, sorry.
I became small enough to be human sized, and I was following.
Are you human sized or those things sized?
I am what they were sized before Joe changed them.
Okay,
So
you're smaller than
human-sized.
them. All right.
Yes.
But
instead of like running like they are, they take like a few steps, and then I basically teleport after them.
Prepare to get whacked.
Yeah, I guess one of them will hit you. I think some of them are still aware enough of like the weird shit you're doing and how you were just talking to the other thing that they might be like they saw like someone one of them saying some of them probably were like you are the thing that shrank. I'm not stupid, and some of them are thinking well you're smaller than me now, so they're gonna try and hit you.
Yeah, David, let me explain. You never get a high roll on an Awaken.
Well, yeah, you didn't awaken them either.
I did.
He was awakening
okay.
some of them, yeah.
You awakened some of them, not all of them.
At the very least.
I mean,
You're probably in the
God,
middle of the way when the ball came.
when I said I awakened the because I awakened the ones that were still alive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was the point. Is I awakened the
Okay.
ones that
But
lived.
yeah, that one only got 3 out of his 3d6
Yeah,
intelligence gain.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of the ones that have like 3 int that didn't get any smarter in the first place are like, all right, let's do Leroy Jenkins. I'll roll just to. Okay, this is a funny thing. I rolled a nat 20, but also you don't really feel anything.
Well, yeah, but I'm not putting up any resistance, so it's basically like he hits me and I start going flying, and then I just like
No, I don't even think that
stop.
happens.
Well,
You have too much mass.
I guess if I have too much mass, then it's just like I probably move a bit, and it's just like,
I mean,
why'd you do
I
that?
feel like even with the net 20, the other guy probably broke his foot.
Yeah,
Or at
probably.
least a finger.
Yeah,
It's
but
just the
Kieran
point
moved
of
5 feet, so that's impressive.
yeah. He I guess yeah. Is it hurt from doing that or?
So let me put it this way: you know how I'm having you roll when things punch you when it matters, and I'm saying it's because you don't know how to fight. Even though this thing rolled a 20 and technically hits you, meaning like you didn't even like shift your weight to like defend it correctly, even if you tried, it would have hit you. Whatever pitiful damage it ekes out does not bypass whatever reduction you have going on. So all
No,
that
I was
happened.
asking if it got hurt from hitting me.
Oh no, because it rolled a 20.
I don't know if it was like solid enough for like.
I was trying to
yeah.
describe it as like it made like a very skillful looking like
Okay.
hit on you, and nothing fucking happened. Like
You know,
if you
a
were
very
a
skillful
real
hit on an
person,
amateur that didn't move.
yeah, if you were a real person, you would have gone flying. But this is an anime apparently, and you're the protagonist.
I guess yeah. Just getting knocked back a bit, I'd kind of like go like, why'd you do that?
This shit happens.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't have the cut. If there's a cut after it shows all the
with
angles,
her
and
talking to it.
yeah, she's just smiling.
It's just like kind of looking up at him, like not annoyed or anything, just inquisitively, like, why did you do that?
Why are you gay?
Since it's awakened and understands you, it's here and not like the like pure scream, just more of the like person getting booed, like the oh.
I'm sorry, was that
Why are you gay?
surprising?
It I mean, considering we're talking about the thing with 3, and it'll think the smartest choice of action is just because that's proven to work.
I'll part in front of him and prove him wrong.
These guys aren't that interesting. They don't know how to talk.
They're not very
Like,
smart right now, no.
I guess what he's gonna end up doing is just like continue on his world wave thing, kind of just shifting things over. Like I guess actually since he's smaller now, it's slower if he world waves, right? Because it's
Technically,
comparative.
yeah,
Yeah. So
technically.
rather than doing that, he's just kind of like, because he still doesn't want to hit things on the ground. He's kind of just gonna like float up, like not T-posing, but he's standing and then he just starts raising into the air. And I guess he's just gonna like try and propel himself sort of really fast. Like not as fast as that fart cloud that changed everything was going, but like he wants to look around, see what's going on. So he's
All
just
right.
kind of zooming around the rock.
Let me go back to those 3 then as you zoom around.
Sure.
What are you guys doing?
I guess after reviving all of my guys, I'll just look at him and say, "You're weak."
Fucking Omni Man ass.
I will make you better. And change is good. And I guess I'll just touch one of them and give him the ability of to shape change, basically.
Why? Why are you doing
You-
this?
I guess I will tell.
You're
He's
not
like,
doing anything but hurting David. Just like legitimate psychic damage,
Yeah.
sanity
Hey, I'm giving them
damage.
the
Even.
Skinwalker's ability.
I look at him. It's like, no, you need to teach them how to fight.
I don't think what you could call them dying to was a fight.
They need to be they need to be strong first. Then they can fight.
I think you
Hmm.
guys, because you didn't say anything about the exploded giblets everywhere, you didn't do anything about it. You see that those things float back up into the atmosphere.
I mean, yeah. Why would I do anything about it? They
Hmm.
dead.
No, you
Sure.
gotta follow them up and kill the big
I
him now.
follow it.
All right, fucking idiot.
Damn, you created the portal and you abandoned it.
Now he's gonna know you.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Pat's really gonna introduce himself like, "Hey, what's your god? What do you got of? Evil? Cool. I'm good." Shoot, Pat. Full cloud. Pat flies into the atmosphere.
Pat just just is like pinky out, skadoosh. I'm good. So I am. When Peter starts to like needs to be strong first, he's like gonna think he's like he's just looking at these things like they're never gonna be strong. He's just gonna leave.
And I guess as he
Well,
leaves,
I guess
I guess
Are you,
as both of
Pat?
them.
Pat, you're going up to you're following the cloud, right?
well, if I go up, then eventually I'll be shot back to my original
Body,
to
yeah.
my big body, which is not where that cloud's going.
Why do you assume you'll be shot up to your original body if you go up?
Because that's how it worked
When
when I did it before.
Pat did do it before at the start.
Pat
He
chose to go
started
back up.
going up, and he's following it to where. So he's choosing to go back up then.
Okay, sure.
Because
And then I realize where I am.
and go
you're over
shit.
you're over that mountain.
Yeah. Then I like, ah, damn. So it's
Pat
so
goes power
well,
word shit.
I've lost interest now. So
Pat
I go
makes
back
Pat
down.
makes. I
ADHD.
was gonna say Pat makes one dwarf and leaves a life of suffering.
No. Then I go back down and then go back to that dwarf.
Need to
And
put them in a
then I
cage.
will try and take the form of the dwarf.
All right,
Of a dwarf.
you are the thickest fucking person on the planet now.
It's like I'm girthy.
Fucking like we have here. We have these people, human shaped, and then we have Pat.
Wow! Wow! Fucking
No, Pat,
like,
you'll
here,
be better with
try
time.
this drink.
Pat's like, could it be that you're craving my McNuggies?
Pat, straight up Pat, right?
Well, part of the reason I chose Grimace is he's a fucking triangle shape. So
I know they're more square in my opinion.
I see dwarves as a barrel shape.
Fair.
sure, say hamburger. So Pat's made
no
himself into a dwarf.
He turned himself into a dwarf. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
He decided to be a manlet.
Okay, what are you two doing?
I'm checking things and I am perfecting myself for combat. I don't want that shit that happened right there to ever happen again.
That's fair, Joe. When I tell you guys to make character sheets after this, I'm going to go ahead and say I think you're a fucking fighter.
Yeah, I mean, it just the. I mean, you're gonna be a fighter or a monk.
Anyone that picks a spellcasting class, by the way, you just make it so that your spells can actually affect gods.
But my whole thing is that he's like looking at things and like, oh, this would be good from these things, and I'm just shaping myself to be essentially a killing machine.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Since you're doing that, I think Joe, you're the first on the planet. Joe, you feel a pull forcing you off of the. Say it's like a push, but it's as if and some invisible string is forcing you back into you.
Just a joke. As my last action in this world, power word shit for everyone.
Thankfully, he said it was a joke and not a command. All right.
Yeah.
Hey Joe,
I
you're
order
next to
you
get
to shit yourself.
you're next to get jerked off. So what's the thing you want?
As in a full action or just the parting words as I feel the pull?
Oh no, I mean
Swift.
do something. You came on the planet like there's
Whoa.
something you wanted to. Joe said he was
Yeah.
preparing himself to be a fighting machine. I assume he's just
Dude,
kind of
he-
shifting himself a bit. That's the thing. You do it
I guess in my
before.
case, as I was looking at the guys, I was going to say, I'll help you survive.
Okay.
And I guess it's the thing I would tell them to go where they basically live.
Here.
So you
Just start
show them
basically.
like, so you show them like to a good spot to where they can survive. Is that it?
Yeah, the place that Joe
I was
made the
thinking more like
roads.
it would be the thing if I were to go, like, if they pointed where they live, I'll just basically make
Here,
that
you're
place.
we're at where they live. The fucking shrine to the stars is right there, and I assume you
Okay,
fucked
I
up.
guess it would be. This looks too much like a dribble. It would be the sense like I would just make that a place good to live. So I'll just create, trees. I would make it so fruits could grow, like animals could live there. So basically, I'm terraforming to a place where they can live there.
Better place to live,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, better play. I love the idea that you never even ate food here, so I like the idea that Pedro just fucking forces kelp on the land and other shit that he saw fish eating. Because I think you mean fruit. You've never had any of that stuff, right?
No, but it's more. I'm trying to grab what I've seen
I
around
mean,
since
he
I have been
could.
looking at
Right. And I'm
animals.
saying you spend a
He
lot of
could
your time
probably
in the
tap
ocean.
into them to see what they need.
Yeah, that's probably because I do understand the concept of different place, different things. Because when I was them and I was in the sea, I felt discomfort because the breathing, and as I left, I saw that the water things didn't go well outside. So yeah,
Sorry,
so
I'm
I
just
have enough
laughing at
understanding
terrible
that different
thoughts.
different creatures probably didn't need different things.
I know. I'm just saying. What do you think? Like you haven't had any of the fruits. So I'm just
Yeah.
thinking them like coral and stuff that you saw fish eat. But I'm also
Probably
laughing
the
at the idea of you going. I realize that it's very uncomfortable having the wrong lungs underwater. So I give you the gift of my gift that I removed all lungs.
yeah, actually the best way probably to describe it would be I'd probably create a lake because I saw water and I'm like I didn't like the salt, so I removed the salt, and then I added fishes that can
Oh
survive without salt.
shit! You made.
So I create
Oh
basically a
okay.
lake.
I could the,
Yeah.
the addendum. They can live without salt. I'm like, oh shit! You made a
Yes,
fishy,
I was aware of
swampy
that.
pond.
No, yeah, I basically create a lake with actual, life that can live there.
I'm
I'm not just
I'm
putting a.
really digging the idea that you just accidentally killed a bunch of fish and you just resurrected them until they got used to it.
You're gonna
Every
learn
time
to
I
like
resurrect them, I
salt or
change
fresh
something.
water.
Another thing, I kept resurrecting and changing something until I got the thing right.
He was finding the variable that killed them when he took all the
Yeah.
salt out of the water.
Alright. Kieran, you're the next to get joinked. Because Pet has been on the planet less than ever last to go. So, one last thing. What do you want?
I guess since I'm just like zooming around, I'll like I guess I'll just like make, because I guess since I was just looking around, like if I stop and before I get pulled, look, are there like a bunch of creatures? I suppose like. Are there any creatures that I see if I just look around where I'm like
Sure.
where I'm getting pulled up before I get pulled up, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, are there any creatures in specific, or you want more of those humans?
Whichever one's moving the fastest.
Okay, yeah, look at well.
Sparrow.
I guess I'm not gonna like I'm kind of just gonna look at it and
Blows it up with my mind. My
yeah,
fucking
no, I'm
face.
not
do
gonna do
like
anything
it.
like that. It's just like kind of like I don't want to make it. I guess I'm more so observing how it's doing what it's doing. Like I don't like the walking, but it clearly is doing it well. So I'm gonna try and understand what's
The
doing it and kind of like
solution all along was I didn't have enough legs.
no, he's not
Doesn't
trying to
mean-
mimic it. He's trying to be like, this thing's really good at doing it. I want it to be even better at running, and he's just gonna like make it like a tougher version of itself. Like
My man made a dire gazelle.
pretty much, like he's just making like this is a gazelle, but better. There's like he's gonna be able to run so fucking fast.
I cannot believe that you have made the cheetahs evolve, so now they're gonna have times 20 running speed.
Yeah, like he's basically just looking at random animals that are like moving. Like he likes anything that's moving fast, and he's just like, you know what? I choose you. You get to be cool now.
You know why
that's
you're.
fair.
I think the slowest of your species, or the species you just made, are gonna survive, because I don't think they'll be able to fucking control themselves from stopping. I think you're just gonna have yours becoming pancakes on the
I
side of a
mean, he's
mountain.
not making it like dangerously fast. Like, assuming he has enough time, he's like trial and erroring it. Like, he's gradually like, I want to see how fast you can go before I fucking accidentally screw you up.
I think you make the first one. You just
Yeah,
see,
you're
like,
just making
two
it faster
or
and
three.
faster. Like, let's see if you fuck up. Whoops, I'm being pulled away. Well, good luck.
It was like, oh no, one last thing before I go. Stop fucking up.
Pat, you saw two of your friends get fucking raptured. Like, what's up?
Huh. I guess they wanted to go.
Pick up the dwarf and just float up with it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
Take
take the
your
dwarf.
mountain with you.
You're gonna take care of the dwarf?
Not in the way you're thinking.
Oh no.
Just fuck this sword, you coward.
No, I thought you were just gonna kill the dwarf.
No. I'm going to take it back to the caverns I made.
Okay. You have one person in the caverns that you made.
You're
He's
right. And
There's no
now,
oxygen there.
I'll make oxygen. There. Shut up, Pedro.
is making oxygen being your last action pulled away from your lone dwarf. Really, Pat, what's the
Hey!
plan? What's the plan, fucker?
Another
Well, I
one.
mean, I was gonna try and see if I could make dwarves out of stone.
Yeah,
Why take a
okay.
rib when you can take a
There,
stone?
there's this one single flesh dwarf. His life's gonna suck.
No, I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
yes.
fair. Pat fucking
Just
sculpts a dude out of clay from the cavern, and he says it's alive, and it looks like it fucking breaks out like fucking Hercules made, like just Hercules, Diana, like fucking the thing that gods did that creates life.
yeah.
And Oriad jumps out of his forehead.
That's later.
No.
That
That's an
creating
accident.
creating
And then it
life,
cuts his dick off and throws it into the sea.
creating life actually drains a lot out of you. So you go after that.
No. Yeah, I throw mushrooms before I go.
You
Well, see,
don't. You should have figured out your order of operations better.
Fuck.
that's why you got to
They'll be fine.
enhance what's already
No,
there.
they'll eat stone, I'm sure.
They'll be fine. I left an entrance.
God, I was gonna say, I sure hope that those two dwarves didn't both have dongles. you made an idiot for one of them.
No,
I
there's
can't
Oh
believe
my
I
God.
can't believe the dwarf
Pat
race.
invented
Pat,
male
Pat
pregnancy.
really did make the fucking dwarf race like, which one are you? As they look at two bearded dwarves. I'm the female. Oh.
It's he made the Omegaverse.
No.
I mean,
Okay, here it
it's-
is.
Oh, I know.
Pat, no, Pat, how could you?
the worst
And
part
I
is
was the furry, but he was the
So-
Omegaverse.
so Pat
Makes sense that we are friends.
Oh
is
no!
is is the original the male or the female? I need to know.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Okay, so like,
That's
cause
the
like
question
there's
of the scriptures.
I gave one the ability to procreate. There.
I know
What do you mean
I'm
you
just
gave one? It
imagining.
started with the ability to procreate.
You
You,
copied it.
what do you mean you gave one? You didn't figure out which one it was? One of them's got two dicks running around.
One of them's got a dick and a vagine, and the other one's a Ken doll, and it's just like, this won't work.
No, the one of both puts a hand on the other one's shoulder. I'll make it work.
I mean, I'm
A
just
hole's a
so.
goal.
I mean, this is the thing. Imagine if the first one is the male. I'm just imagining that it's gonna be pretty rough to get in, because the other one's made out of stone.
No. Popped out of stone.
So you guys get evicted from the planet. What are you doing?
The
Hey.
fuck?
Do we see,
tried to
like,
go back.
where this pull is coming from? Like,
We have eyes
you,
now.
You go back into you.
Huh.
it's just
And
like,
I try and go back. I assume it fails.
You're too weak to separate. You feel drained.
Mm.
By the time Pat's, whatever the fuck he's gonna be called, pops back up, he's gonna be real fucking weak. He's gonna be like anorexic.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
I'm a rest.
yeah, anyone got a fucking glass of water? Jesus.
I'm
Who's
immediately
Jesus?
rest.
My name.
I feel tired.
Is that what this feels?
I need to be right back.
I don't
Alright.
even have. I don't even have.
That's what the god said.
I'm too fatigued to even go find the rest of you fuckers. I'm just.
No,
I mean,
no,
probably
no,
by us.
no. That's incorrect, Pat. You're actually exhausted.
Okay. And shit lord here.
I guess if I were to try and look at them without going there, so basically scrying, does it feel like that would also make me more tired, or?
You can look down at them if you.
I'm observing.
All you're really doing is slowing down the process, by the way, because I just in real time they're just doing things.
I guess realizing
They have a shitty shrine made up of like a bronze ass bull with bits and bobs added onto it that looks like you.
Yeah.
But that actually wouldn't be happening for a long while, I guess, since you
Yeah.
immediately look at them. So more
It's
or less,
more
they're
I
confused and
attempt-
wondering why Terry was abducted.
it's more I first attempt to see if I can, and notice that I can. I guess try and find out how to stop being tired. So I try to find out what rest is. Which is
Rested
probably
on
once I
Sunday.
stop doing anything, I realize it works.
For the sake of time, up table it here. You guys will awaken. This will be your forms now. Like you awaken, take forms that are to how your specific. So time hasn't advanced a lot. Things. So they're not medieval people yet. They're tribal.
Neolithic.
Yeah. So yes, Pedro takes the form of his mirror thing. Joe is kind of a big, burly. Pat is a Pat. I was going to call you a dwarf. No, Pat, you are the air creature.
The what?
The what?
He's cousin it, like he's all beard.
Oh,
I don't.
your cousin Ed
A
from
flink?
the.
You were trying to call me a flinks?
Yeah, you're a flinks. You're all
No,
beard.
fuck y'all.
You're all beard, buddy.
Look, you kind of
my
look like a.
beard. My beard is luxurious and covered in gems.
Yeah, sure. Kieran, dumbass that he is a fucking dire gazelle. So this is how your current standings. Pedro is just some sort of weird pagan god to these people. You know, life and shape shifting and magic and just fucking everything what a god is. Joe is currently like a lesser god to Pedro's people, but he is being worshipped by giants, so you're some weird warlike thing. Pat is got a couple of dwarves, I guess. And Kieran's worshippers worship the fucking guardian creature of the forest he made. So, them's your standings for now. I was going to say if we had time, we could move into the Kingmaker part where you guys receive prayers and you go down and try and solve things and see how things evolve before things progress. And then there's, of course, the fact that now that you have these forms, you do kind of see other creatures kind of like around the world in various shapes, but we could discuss that real fast because this should be fairly fast. You see other creatures around the world, like looking onwards into it in the examinated stance of, creatures looking on in the world, chess pieces,
Yeah, you probably should wait for Kieran to be able to talk again.
Fair enough, but I mean, I think you understand what they're going to tell you.
I'm back.
Okay.
Kieran,
Please.
you're the dire gazelle.
What?
It's the only thing you did. It's the only influence you had on a living creature.
Yeah,
was
so
to make
people
one dire
worship
gazelle.
your creature and they assume you're like it.
I'm
I mean, yeah.
apparently a very hairy dwarf.
I mean, I changed a bunch of creatures towards the end, but yeah, I guess the dire gazelle was like, oh, heck.
Yeah, it's your mammothus.
You have like
Pat,
as far as pagan god stuffs go, you have like a fucking like a druidic following of people like worshiping the deer.
Pat is this, but with bling.
That is cousin it. Cousin it's got all the bling, dude.
Pedro's a pagan god, and I'm a lesser god to him in his pantheon of war. And I'm essentially a look humanoid with weapons.
So I was gonna say, if we continued on from this point, we would be doing the kingmakering bit, and then the other bit where you guys actually interact as the gods and everything between all of those, and see how the world progresses and adventures happen with the other gods. I'm gonna say you guys should make your level 1 character sheets if you want. In which case, Kieran, if you want, you can just be a gazelle, but also you have shape shifting abilities. You don't have to stay in that form. That's just the natural form you're gonna default to.
You're currently more a druidic god, more than anything.
Which, by all means, this is just like the first step. This is not permanent. This could just be, you know how like actual mythology evolves. Like you could go from the I was a nature god briefly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he did at least seem to give some care to not fucking destroy nature completely. Like,
well, yeah, but
things
this
out of the
isn't
way.
what you did. This is what people understand from you.
Yeah.
And Pedro wishes he was that cool.
Well, then, yeah,
I like the idea. I like the idea that Pedro isn't the Chimera. Pedro looks exactly like the fucking statue they made, like the fucking Mrs. Puff Big Fat Meanie. All right. I was gonna say before we tabled, because people are taking forms around the world after your brief siesta. You see other creatures around the world if you wanted to like float toward.
Yeah.
They said they wanted to wait on you.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? I guess, like, just take a look around, see what's going on. See if somebody fucking one-upped me on cool
Speed.
methods of movement, and it's just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
You see a cheetah.
I don't know, I just want to make a
It
race
was
that,
made
like,
to a dire cheetah made to catch your dire gazelle. What is this bullshit?
I just want to make, like, a fucking race of people that get, like, the incorporeal movement where they can just, like, walk through space.
Wow.
You wanna make ghosts?
Pretty much, yeah.
You are the god of life and death.
It's just, like, weird. Well, no,
Or
it's
and
not.
death.
I don't think it's, like, ghosts, actually. It's just, like, I don't know, fucking
Spirits? Oh, you could go for the
the
spirits, actually.
I mean, like, the ease of movement sort of thing. I don't want them to actually be incorporeal. I want them to have, like, stupid methods of movement.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm just.
you could work on the Fae.
I mean, I keep thinking, like, part of me's thinking, like, you guys aren't going to get, like, player races that or project as your god, or we're going to have some whack-ass races. I don't know, I'm thinking, like, even, like, D-Door would be really strong just to give a race as a once a day, right?
I mean, it's
I
not a
mean-
detour. It's like a for fucking however long
Yes,
you
it's
can
fun.
move like this.
You can make
I
it
guess, yeah,
so.
gaseous form sort of thing.
I was going to say you can also do some stupid shit where they can cast pass wall once a day, but only when they reach 14th level, like how fetchlings can cast
Oh yeah,
the-
fetchlings get.
I'm just
fetchling
wondering
has
if it was
7.
just like, here, I'll give you fucking swim speeds, climb speeds, and then like burrow speeds. You just get all the weird movement shit, but like otherwise,
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
no
so
people.
Kieran is
we'll see how it goes. If all your core races are equally broken, I mean, we could work off that. You know what I mean? I just don't want to see shit where it's like Pedro says, "I have dragons," and they're dragons. But the rate dragon is a rate. No, it can't be. You know how fucking busted that would be if someone goes, "I'd like to be like an ancient worm, and I have 15 levels of fighter too."
The closest thing he'd get is
Uh,
Weird
so
just dragon people.
That's what I said. That would be the closest thing you get as a race. If Pedro honestly became god of dragons, then Pedro's character, like Pedro's race, doesn't get to be playable. He's still going to be in the story. Like they'll be around, but you do not get to play them. It wouldn't be fair, especially if you guys are like, let's play Pat's dwarves or dragon. You know what I mean?
Like, oh
I mean-
man, that's such a tough fucking. It's such a tough choice. Oh, I have to go with the dragon.
I mean, David,
Horrific hazelnut, mutating marshmallow, or antidote.
yeah. Do you see, David, your doc about Harlan?
Yeah, what the Goliaths?
Yeah. Well, I stole it. Yeah,
No, Goliath is fine as a race.
I know
first
that's
off,
what.
First off, those Goliaths are weaker than actual Goliaths. What are they?
I mean, half giants. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they have a smaller bonus. I would say, like, that's how that would work. Wanted to have the field larger weapons and +4 out. I mean, just the better orc. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that is. I just wanted to know because you already made something that was kind of what I am, but more balanced. So I was like, I might as well.
Yeah, if you wanted to become like god of all giants, half giants, air race, that's fine.
I, I mean, it's the thing that I will. I think I will be. I will have 2 myths because I'll have the myth from the giants, and then I'll have a conflicting myth with the humans.
That's religion, baby.
I know that's kind of the thing is because like I helped humans, but when I first saw giants, I killed half of them and then made them bigger.
Kieran, you said you were going to go up to one of the other gods.
Yeah, I guess I'd take a look around. I want to see if people have one-upped me in terms of speed. I want to see what's all around here. Take some inspiration, perhaps.
You see the African swallow.
Okay. So as Pat focuses on his ability to swallow,
Wow.
try and I guess gazelle on over past gods. Go up to some way to fuck with porn problem on his head, and up his face saying, "Grown son."
What do you mean?
I don't need you
Holy
fucking
what?
about with all my stuff. I had enough
I'm
issues.
not
Oh.
enough issues with me. What are you talking about?
This is my patch of the rock. Stay away from
I didn't even do anything, dude. Okay, whatever. I was just passing through because I wanted to see what was going on. I'm not trying to mess with you, but okay. And it's
be
like,
like that for a lot of the other areas. The other dark balls not want you crossing them.
I guess after that happens for like the next few times, I'm like, why do you even want to? Does it matter?
Spent a lot of time making my little things super inaccurate about it for 2 seconds, but
It took you a long time to do that?
Skill issue.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's not being rude when he says it. He's just like,
Yeah, but is
seriously?
Pedro back there being a jackass for you?
Mhm.
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
Always.
Alright.
I was like, I guess I wasn't taking it as seriously. I kind of last minute did it when we were getting pulled. I was more so interested to see what was going on. I guess I'm not investing the same sort of thing, but I don't think it's really fair for you to be like, this is mine and nobody can walk through it.
Okay, tell you what, if any of your followers get over here, you can come on through.
All right.
Just pointed at Gazelle. Hey, that's mine.
You can repent.
I guess this is a weird thing to ask, but like, is there any way I should call you or know how to refer to you? I don't really. We don't have.
My
uh,
my things down there call me Big Sky God, therefore I am.
You're gonna let
Mm.
them tell you what you are?
Oh wow.
My, peop-
You're-
my people eat things that look like you.
Well, that's kind of rude.
You evolved the gazelle to have like nuclear weapons.
Yeah, you want to? The gazelle evolves.
But don't,
It's
yeah,
prancing
don't
through
worry.
the forest.
We can
It's
both
prancing.
lose.
It's prancing through the forest. His people come up with spears. The gazelle stops, stands on hind legs, pulls out 2 gats.
Do
Oh,
we
that's
got
there's
a
that tear gas.
problem?
Okay.
On death, cast detonate.
What's the? I'm trying to remember. There is a game where you're a deer with a
Oh,
gun.
boomalopes? You're making boomalopes?
No, I'm not fucking. It's just like, why you gotta be so rude? I just. It feels like we should come up with our own things. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I only kind of just started changing things right at the last second, and only because I wanted to see things go fast.
Last second.
So being
Even
penned
though he
in like
was
this kind of sucks.
terraforming everything?
I mean, yeah, I was messing more with the ground than I was with creatures. So it's just like I was really I'm really surprised to find that messing around with the things that were already there was the answer instead of fucking around with the ground.
I made life.
Well, yeah.
I like the idea that you just kind of walk up behind. I made life. Yeah, sure, you sure did, Grandpa. Go back over to your section.
Yeah. I walk behind as
Grandpa.
well. I took life.
Maybe it's wrong of me to think this way, but I don't like being stuck because all you guys don't want people to walk through. What if I just told whoever seems to follow me not to hurt your guys and we can just walk wherever we want? I don't want to be rude, but I also don't want to be stuck.
I had enough problem. You don't want to get stuck. Why don't you go to that planet over there? Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking of. Pedro?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna know me there, and it feels wrong to leave them behind if they're caring so much.
Anybody know you here?
I don't know.
The
The
deers.
gazelles know.
I also don't want to leave these guys behind. I like to see how fast they go. It's interesting to watch them. I don't know what's over there.
The god of NASCAR.
That should be your name. That way we can just have some fucking god awful names when the campaign like truly begins. Where the human pantheon, NASCAR, guns, jewelry, and fucking what's Pager's thing? Just fucking Baba Ganoush. Like
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Baba Boo, our god, Baba Booey.
no, I'm sorry, Pat shouldn't be the god of jewelry. Pat's the god of Venmo.
What?
Your Venmo, Pat. Just
Yeah, I
accept it; it will hurt less.
Fucking every time a person dies, give me a diamond. I Venmoed it.
Well, anyway, I guess you're not the only one I'm going to be talking to, so I'm going to have this conversation a lot. Anyway, I want to move through your place. I don't want to cause trouble. And then he just goes away.
Like I said, they're all going to be
Cause
shoving you
trouble,
up.
assumedly.
She's like, is there something about having people that like you make you make you territorial?
Maybe.
I mean, that's what he's asking them. Like,
Are
I
you
don't-
asking them or the random people you're asking?
yeah, when because I'm
They've
seeing
got the
this
thoughts.
trend, like, as they keep pushing me away, that's going to be part of the routine
Yeah.
questions. Do you
Okay.
think it's because people worship or people like you or whatever that you're being super territorial?
Look, jackass, just because you want to go around changing things willy-nilly in my area doesn't mean that I can't take pride in what I made. Fuck off.
Okay, well, I think you made that a lot more aggressive than I was asking, but okay.
You're the one asking rude questions, buddy.
You're the one barring me.
Are
It's
you
really
being rude
boring
to
being
my
stuck
buddy?
here. Oh,
Yes.
don't worry. This
I don't
doesn't
know
need to
what-
become anything big. I'm just trying to be able to have freedom to go and as I please.
Do not worry, I am made for this.
No, it doesn't have to. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want seeing
Several
people get hurt.
What?
several of the gods in the barring line here are being like, these guys trying to push into your territory, and like they just kind of like start fart balling around each other. I guess they have thorns now, so yeah, they just kind of gang up on you.
I'm not trying to push into or take anything from. I like being able to move around. And you guys forming like a perfect circle around me is not cool. Especially when you're also like, well, you can't go through it because it's ours.
Some other dude walking in, like, this guy giving you trouble. He wants to go past us and fuck with our territory. I told him he wanted to be. There's a whole planet over there.
I just don't understand why you're so adversarial. Why do you think I want to screw with you?
We had enough trouble starting off. We don't need you changing now that it's getting good.
What's good?
I feel
I
like you're
asked.
assuming I'm going to do something, but I don't get what you think I'm going to do.
I don't know what you're gonna do either. I don't want to find
I'm
out.
going to walk around. I'm going to walk around and look at things.
Yeah, and what happened when you walked around and looked at things before? You changed stuff?
I made things better at what they were already doing.
Yeah, no, I don't want to know that. Fuck off.
I didn't say I was going to do that.
No, I don't trust you.
Well, then how do I get you to trust me?
This is just like the human race is evolving. This conversation's happening in like fucking years. Just a constant back and forth. I don't trust you. Fuck off. How do I get to trust you? I don't believe you. I don't think you can, but I want to. 200 years.
It's just like,
If you ask me why the giants are more domineering, is because I dislike the other races now.
Yeah, Joe really is like, why does that particular race of giants go around cannibalizing people, raping them, and also each other? And Joe just goes, funny.
No,
guess
it's
since
like
it's
I had a rough phase starting out.
it's like
fucking ogres.
since I'm getting penned in, it's just like I guess I'm gonna make really cool animals. Like fuck you guys. I'm
Can
just
you
gonna
make
make a
some?
bunch. I'm just gonna make a
Can you make-
bunch of things that go everywhere, and they're not gonna be able to
Yeah.
like. They're gonna breed quick, go everywhere, and you can't get rid of all of them. Fuck you guys.
Can you
Curate
make
termites.
something that?
Curate
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Kieran
Can
is
you
really
make?
making all of the annoying
Yeah.
things.
I can.
All
I'm
of
going to.
us. You're just
I'm going
making
to
all
ask
the
if
forms.
you can make something that mine can use.
I mean, yeah, he's probably just gonna make like a shit ton of animals. Like he likes things that move in weird ways. So probably
Yeah.
like he starts with like oh yeah, well they probably don't see what happens underground, so I'm gonna make fucking moles and other weird burrowing creatures, and like they're gonna leave and they're gonna get to do their own thing wherever I want them to, and they won't be able to connect it to me. Maybe.
Will
And
you
then I'm gonna
eventually
make
make?
things that fly.
Are you
Will you
saying
make
this
him
out loud?
No, I'm explaining what he's doing.
in the future? Will you eventually make rocks for me?
A rock. Oh, an Aurochs?
No, no, no.
Oh,
A rock.
the
The
giant bird.
bird.
Oh, I
The
mean,
bird.
he probably wouldn't go to that because that's more so designed for like it's a bird of fucking prey, right? It's like he's a lot more passive with that, but if you have
I
anything, like I
think the way
guess.
Kieran wants to say it is, whoa, buddy, let's leave some room for lizards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more so along the lines
rocks
of
are natural. That's why I'm saying.
yeah, they're natural. It's more so along the lines of like he is like he comes up with me for or he comes up to me with like this design for like here's a tank I want you to build. Just like I make houses.
I mean, what's going to end up happening is
Makes
it's
sports
just
cars.
like I made you this house, and I'm like, I understand, and then I just maximize it and then put it in the world.
I mean, it's more so along the lines of like if you're insistent, like I want it, it's just like I guess I can make it. I just
No,
don't like making things that kill things.
I mean, it's the thing is like when you show hesitation, instead I'm essentially is like I'm essentially like looking at one of your birds. And I'm like, can I have that one?
All right.
And then
I
I'm making it
Don't
big.
hurt it.
feel like
No,
the
I
next
ain't gonna
time.
hurt others.
Man, I feel like the next time is gonna be like Pedro going down in some form to answer prayers, Joe's being warlike, making more giants. There's Pat being like, "No, you must dig for gems," and they're like, "Why?" And it just cuts to like Kieran like, "Oh, I'm so weak, but the prayer lets me." And you go down to the planet to like the giant jeer where it's just like Father, and they're like druids walking around it, like praying to both of you, and you go, "Behold!" As you reach down to the ground, fold a little like mole, and you throw it into the ground. And then you go, "Oh, that took a lot out of me," and you just disappear. One of the druids goes, yeah, I have a question. What the fuck?" Or,
Why is
Yeah,
it blind?
he's just gonna start populating those things like because they won't let him make things presumably that'll walk through their land. So he's like, "Fuck it, I'll go under their lands. I'll do everything weird. Like I'll make dolphins and then throw them into the sea." Fuck you, fuck you,
just
fuck
like the
you.
idea of you being like, "My followers," are there like, "That's not a follower, that's an animal." Like, what the fucking difference?
If I made it smart, it'd be just as cool as your thing.
Why didn't you then,
I
stupid?
Because I don't want to waste energy on that. I want to see it go fast.
Well, it's not your follower, stupid. All right, so I fucking finish what you guys are gonna do so we can table it.
I think I found an image for myself.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
So yeah,
go on, John.
no, good.
I can say as I go to answer prayers, I would probably try to think because I think my god is stuck in the sense of the he associates survival with the ability to change, which I guess can help you say with adapt. So I just imagine that probably the worst things because I'm this point. If I end up creating dragons, it's only because they can polymorph. I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to create werewolves.
I'm almost certain you guys are gonna like accidentally brick end your races and have to start fresh. You guys are
I
like,
mean,
all right,
It's
My
very
first-
possible mine are gonna do that, but there's
Yeah.
Hardy and
That's the thing
Flo.
It's
because
probably
I
going to be eventually that I'm going to have to make like fucking intelligent and magical beasts because like I'm only going to be making animals.
Well, I'm pretty sure Pat's things are brick ended, and Pat's gonna be like, "Oh, this is fucked up. I'm gonna have to make these things live longer to deal with it." You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just
Or
making a
maybe
joke
I
about why
skip the
Pat's.
dwarf stage altogether and go to Orions.
If you want, I'm just making more of the joke to
He hates
explain why
dwarves.
Pat's making long-lived races.
I just
But-
love the idea. Sorry, good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys can make yourselves level 1 characters if you'd like to have more of an idea of how you stand out. Again, the way this works is if there's a level 20 human on the planet, they can't fucking harm you because your level 1 is different than their level 1. Like the comparison thing, like you're a level 1 god, like the fucking unless that fucking human gets mythic levels, he's a threat to you.
Fair.
So I guess it doesn't matter anything like
and
stats
even
or
and then
yet or
even then he'd have to
that.
work at it, right?
Yeah. Look, it's the thing of like, if Hercules is down there, then yeah, there's a problem.
All right, who did it?
Yeah, that is the real question.
It was
Not
me
me, it
still.
doesn't change.
Who
It was
did
me
what?
still. Who made Hercules like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, a demigod chose it. All right, who did it?
Really,
It's
the real problem you guys gotta have is like, what kind of creature is that? Oh, I call it a centaur. Made that? In a way. Why is it a demigod? In a way. It's
I had to make
Uh,
it because I needed intelligent things to worship me.
yeah, it would make sense if Kieran got centaurs. Kieran, please make them the good way and not the way I joked about just now.
Yeah, no, it'd probably be like he'd probably start first by like making an intelligent hornet and it was like it can't do things because it doesn't have fucking hands. God damn it.
It's so funny you say that because remember that fucking horsehead creature from the last player to loon?
Hmm.
I mean, it can pick up things.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is instead of making a centaur, Kieran, you just have to have the horse stand upright and give it like Powerpuff Girl hands.
Oh no! Now
I'm
I'm just I'm
I'm
just
good.
imagining the fucking Adventure Time horse where he just stands up and he takes off his hooves and starts whipping his
Yes,
fingers.
yes, Kieran, let's
But now,
go.
but what you're saying is give him Powerpuff hands, and it's like, oh no, you're just making ponies.
so what I'm probably going to end up doing is, do you remember at the start when Kieran took some parts of the ones I made when the other one made? I'm probably going to foster them a little bit.
I mean, yeah,
So I'm probably gonna
technically,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Behold.
just yeah, that's true. I'm just
Behold,
gonna
a
foster
human.
them. The reason I'm fostering them, Kieran, is because there's a reason that they are now orcs, hobgoblins, and goblins.
I mean, yeah, it's basic. I guess by technicality, the only thing I did of my own volition, rather than just like being like, "Oh, I feel bad about you not being a thing," is
Yeah.
like the animals. But I technically was like, "Oh, I guess I can make you a body. I feel bad if I just killed you."
I mean, it's
That was
it's
a
fun
random
because
you did.
like they all of those races except the hobgoblins are very much like very nature attuned.
Yeah,
Goblins especially with fire, but yeah, hobgoblins really worship me probably.
Probably.
I guess. Assuming things like get far enough along, and I probably it's gonna end up being the case that he shifts his form to like be more as one with nature, but like this still keeps the sort of like horned gazelle thing. But the idea I had was like eventually, I guess he would. Oh god damn it!
I mean, you've got like a
Like
bajillion
so.
years to
I mean, yeah,
finalize.
end
Like I
up like
said,
a sort of one with nature sort of deal.
yeah,
Can
or
take
if
it.
anything else you decide to change in the meantime, like I was saying, like you guys have time to like if you don't want to run a certain way, just say
Yeah.
like that was the whoopsie doopsying of like early creation myths. Like some gods are fucking gods of like a million things, but when you look at their stories, it's like no, they're the gods of two things. Why are they the gods of this stuff? Early stories. Shut up.
Ah, yes, the god of mistakes.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when everyone stopped me from making trucks a thing? Like a normal thing? Like, what do you. Everyone's looking at me, what do you mean plus 8 string? I was like, it's cool.
Yeah. Again, like I was saying, I like just so you know, like if you want to all make broken races, we can work with that being the core races. But like Pedro's idea of people being dragons, there's just no way that we can make the other races that broken. Dragons are just Pathfinder's strong as shit, man.
Look,
I mean,
I almost made I was, it was a toss up between do I go with drow or dwarves?
Why not both, you weird little freak? You don't have to run like the way the story is going, Pat. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of weird stuff going on in the world, and then you are just the god of I wanted dwarves to be dwarves. God damn it!
I mean, it's fine. I probably could make Drow eventually. You know, just the god being
Yeah.
the
You could
deity of gemstones and caverns would
be
lend me
duplicitous about it,
multiple
Pat.
cloud.
You could be the god of dwarves as your one form, and then when you go make the drow, you pretend to be another thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The
Like, you know how the Wakfu gods are, right?
no.
Oh, a lot of the Wakfu gods, just it's the world of 12 or something. And at first there were 12 or 11 gods, depending on how you want to read the lore. And then there's like another fucking 15 gods, like as they release more classes. And their answer to that is, oh no, there isn't a god of Oganarchs. That is God Ekathlip pretending to be God or Oganok. He's just a weirdo like that. Or like the Masqueraders, they worship a different aspect of Sedita as opposed to like actually a mascot. They worship one of his dolls. That's the thing. Like I think the funniest one is Strom because the rogues used to be atheists where they didn't worship the gods. They just worship like human ingenuity and everything. So Strom took the form of a rogue, killed their leader, took the form of the leader, and started making them worship him as a god. Then when they found out Strom did all of this, like assassinated their leader and tricked them into worshiping them, all the rogues were just like, "Shit, you got us. All right, we'll keep it up."
I mean, yeah.
Here's I'm thinking of not domainsism, but like domainsism. What I am over. I'm thinking the deity of depths, crystals, and wealth. Maybe I'll
Guys,
work on the
What?
third one.
guys,
Caverns,
think of
depth,
how
caverns, and crystals.
Yeah.
think of how baller it could be if you trick another race into worshiping a different aspect of you. There could be a
Yeah.
fucking feat in the game where clerics of one form of you can pick up a feat to grab a domain from the reverse side of you, like forbidden knowledge. They know it's really you, so they can ask for some like handouts.
Yeah. You're just looking at this guy like, I know you're with the assassins. Give me that sneak attack feat. Or
Like,
sneak
yeah,
attack power.
I worship God. It's like everybody knows dog is better.
Same people worshiping Pedro, where they're just like, "Hey, you said you're a cleric of P Diddy, there, right? Do you have like healing and resurrection, and making people smarter, shape shifting? I guess whatever your fucking domains end up being. So why do you have assassination? Don't worry about it. He gives it to me.
So, I'm thinking mine. How many dimension gods normally have? About 5, right?
Depends on how
They have like one or
it
two main, and then they have the
does
It-
subdomain.
depend. Like
it depends on how big the god is. Right now, I wasn't gonna give you guys domains, but I was gonna say like as we do this, I'm gonna keep, like, and you hit certain levels. I was gonna say like pick another domain to be specialization and stuff because as is, you guys can do whatever fucking magic you feel like.
That's fair. I was just choosing, and I found 5 that kind of fit, which is War, Strength, Protection, Glory, and Destruction.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean
actually,
that's all
yeah,
fine.
I guess he's right. They can have a number of subdomains, but they have 5 main domains. No, wait, no. I stumbled upon some that have 4.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, as David said,
like I
it
said,
depends
it
how big they
depends.
are.
Lesser gods have less
Have
domains.
that had the Harlot Queen.
I know
What a name.
Pat's just jealous that's not his name. Fucking think. Um. So yeah, we're tabled. If you want to make a level 1 character sheet, just to be able to point at and say that you're like this, like Joe said, he's focusing on becoming more of a fighter. So when he next time something tries to punch him, Joe isn't going to roll to defend because he knows how to defend. You know.
They will have AC, and I am going to cut your neck out.
I guess the question is, does he put anything in stats or?
Uh, 30 point buy.
Wow.
Okay.
Damn.
You don't get like racial bonuses.
Yeah, I
You just
see.
have 30
Yeah.
point buy.
So we have 38 point buy and just a level in a class.
Yeah, the class to represent more of like what
Yeah.
kind of thing you're leading towards your specialization in. Because again, as I say, you can do all forms of magic. If you pick up magic as a class, you're just making magic better, more in tune. You actually disrupted another god with it.
Did you say 38?
30.
Okay. I thought I heard 38, and I wanted to
Same.
make sure. It's like, what a weird number.
Man, I'm really just thinking just like two-handed fighter. It's like, you know what? Bonk your shit.
I have
Time
no
to
clue
make-
the fuck. I don't know what the fuck would represent my guy.
Time to make
Because right
Titan
now he's
Fighter.
close to a druid.
I think you're
What were
more
you doing
close
with your
to a
chimera thing?
Actually, that is. What did you ask, Pat?
Brown fur transmutationist.
That's also true. Because you can,
Yeah,
cause,
from the arcanist.
yeah, because the Arcanist Fedra, essentially, you can cast, you can cast, polymorph spells on others.
Make them last way longer. Make them better.
I'll have to check, but you're right, Joe. It probably matches more in the maybe source and magic. Instead of just being.
yeah.
I
druid.
love
But
the
yeah.
fact that he accredited to my idea to Joe.
No, because you also said sorcerer. I'm not.
Typical
Yours may also
Pat,
be correct.
trying to
'cause
say
Arcanist
every
is also
idea
a
was
sorcerer.
his.
But Arcanist is also a sorcerer. I'll also check that one. I'm just saying Joe's more overall idea is correct. Your more specific one may also be correct because it may be the
Oh man.
best one.
He just described what I said.
No, I
I
said
can't-
sorcerer. I just
I
said
can't
sorcerer.
believe- I can't believe Pat is going to make this planet's Paris.
Oh Christ.
They do be walking there. Don't you know it's in Paris, Pat?
No, apparently not.
Joe just shouts, "Oh no, I wanted to end the stream."
He said it.
He said it with a hard R, I think. I was trying to talk over him.
No, I didn't say the R.
I heard it with the RDR, so it may have come
What?
up.
Oh.
Steven! He said